You put the audio on too? All right, yeah. It's not connected? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Is everything in focus? I can't really tell.
I can't tell either from here.
I believe so.
Believe so?
Yes.
Do I look crazy? Can you see my sock? I mean, I could zoom in, right?
I can't see that sock if you put that foot up. So just be mindful. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I put my sock up, but
No,
you know
facts.
what I mean?
We good? Yo, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to the guys, to the team. To this week was way better than last week. Appreciate y'all.
Are we going to start with an apology?
Oh. No, I was saying thank you for your help this week.
Okay.
Because you guys really put in that work and that help. And it showed, though. When we worked together, it showed.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Jamila want an apology because I told her she ain't wearing no motherfucking makeup in this mug. But you look pretty.
Thank you.
You look pretty, shorty. The hair, all of it. Chef's kiss.
Thanks.
I apologize. I thought I ain't. You can't. But in my defense, though, bro, you came with the ponytail. I ain't know. I was in the kitchen, but you look good, shorty.
Word of advice, if you're open to it,
for sure.
The way in which you offer your unsolicited things, you should probably just think about that. You know what I mean? Think about how you would receive that on the receiving end.
If my family say it, for sure, I'm taking them good. If my family like, yo, what the fuck? Nigga, you come to record, you don't got no haircut? I'm like, yeah, you right, my bad, I apologize. That's me.
Right, so you assumed I look bad.
It's me. No, you put them words in my mouth.
That's
because I said you ain't look as good as you look when you in Mecca the other day. That's what I said. That's what I said. And that's fair.
Like I said, think about how you or someone else would be on the receiving end of it, especially as a lady.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking I looked cute when I walked out the goddamn house.
Oh, for real?
Part two. Make it no better.
Right.
Y'all don't.
Part two.
Extended. You got. Thank you. You got siblings, right?
I do.
You my sister, so come on, man. Come on, man. Cut this bullshit out.
It's fine. So don't be confused when I give you that back.
Oh yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Yeah, no. I take that for sure. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
I was about to say, how you apologize and then we'll come back with it?
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at that at all. I ain't mad at that. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Hey, man, I do appreciate y'all. For real. I know I give y'all shit, but see, man, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. What's up? How was the week? What's going on? Janae is smiling ear to ear. What the fuck going on?
Why can't a nigga just be happy? Every time somebody smile, he always thinks something like, nigga, I'm alive. Amen.
Okay.
God's mercy kept me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I wouldn't let go. Amen.
No, I'm happy too. I'm excited too.
Okay. Tell us. Give us more.
It's really nothing big. I just did a reaction video on TikTok Live. I'm proud of that.
Okay, come on, productivity.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. It's funny because I just gotta talk about shit I care about. I was looking at the and I know this is on the docket for today.
Who said that?
Oh my God,
that sounds so familiar.
I know that though.
No, I'm glad.
But anyway, so I know it's on the docket today, and hopefully I don't throw no curveballs. But I was on. So what I've been doing lately is going on TikTok Live when I'm like doing any type of work, like just fuck it, just go on live and do the work, right? So I was doing some preparation for today's show. And in today's preparation, I'm listening to the album again, right? Because we're going to talk about that. And I'm going over some of our trending topics. So I get to Glorilla, and I'm just like, yeah, fellas, guys, I just don't give a fuck about this. And I start talking about, because I said some stuff to myself. This was after the conversation, because you was like, what you want to talk about? But it's after the conversation. And I seen the conversation that Charlamagne had with EYL. Fucking fire. They going crazy because it's going to Ian, Joe Budden's manager, to Charlamagne, who just got the 200, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think a lot of things I just care about, the general population might not care about. So anyway, I sent it to myself and I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is something. And I'm just
what was it?
ranting, chatting.
What was about it that you enjoyed? Just the business of the podcast?
Just the misconception, the business, and especially somebody, because I have the knowledge of it, even though I might not have the numbers exactly, but I know the business and the foundation of it. And I think that's why I can be such a good help. You know what I mean? I'm just embracing that more. Like, I don't have to be, like, just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Have fun with the podcast, but embrace the helping side so I can help people get there.
Scale.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like, and I'm cool with that. Yeah, so the conversation was just fire because I'm like, yo, even EYL, he breaking it down like, man, you look at people like Joe and Jada, and granted, and Charlamagne is trying to tell him, he like, yeah, bro, but we talking about audio numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all keep talking about Instagram and
People
YouTube.
do misconstrue the
Wait,
the
Charlamagne
two.
is explaining that to them? I didn't watch it myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, even in the clip, he's like, man, you gotta look at the audio because that's what the advertisers want to see. That's what a podcast is. You know what I'm saying?
It's radio.
Like, right. So a lot of people are looking at the numbers on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm like, that's cool. Don't get me wrong, but that's not really a full understanding of your podcast. When we talking about podcasts and the numbers on your audio, that's when we having the conversation. So like when I was watching it, I'm like, man, y'all don't even have a clue. Not Ewok, not Bilal and Troy, but
The average
just
listener.
the average listener. I'm like, y'all don't even understand this shit. Like y'all not getting it.
Most people that's not in whatever industry don't get a lot of things about
But
the industry.
No, most people in the industry. That's what most people.
Well,
Most
for sure.
podcasters
That's
don't
what I'm
understand
saying. You
it.
saying the outside people that don't get it. I'm saying outside people absolutely don't get it. They don't
Oh
know
yeah.
nothing.
So I guess I mean most of the podcasters don't understand it.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Like most podcasters don't understand. And I'm like, man, and nigga, even Jamila and Mecca barely understand it. I'm telling Jamila and Mecca, I'm like, man, y'all got a gold mine. And they just be like, yeah, you know, like, they just be like, and it's dope that they can do that, though. It's dope that they can do that because.
Also know that, Jamila does it for the love, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
I'm about to say, she had that conversation
eyes
where she
getting
was just
tighter,
like, she
tighter.
enjoys what she does. So it's like, she not a money hungry
But not even
person.
money hungry, like the business. Like I love seeing it because like I want that as a
I
talent.
love when people speak for me.
No, I'm not speaking for you though. I'm saying from outside looking at, like I want that as a talent, right? To be able to just flow, right? And I'm like, I look at Jamila and Mecca, like they just, it's from the outside perspective, it's not too forced. It's like, bro, we just do our thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wait, all right, let's just put a little more
structure.
You know what I'm saying? Like they just like, nah, like let's have fun. Like, and you see like last episode, like y'all going into y'all episode, like y'all segments and shit like that. But from the outside looking at them, like, bro, they just having fun. And I'm like, man, nah, like if we could just put some more this and this and this, you get what I'm saying? But I love it. Most people can't do that though. Most people don't have the luxury to do that. And it's a compliment. What you
Girl,
what you gotta say?
say
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Nothing. I think I do understand it. I think I do.
The hair must be killing you, boy.
Yeah.
So what is it? You just don't care?
No, it's not that I don't care. I think that the things in which I am specifically trying to target are not the things that you're trying to target. So I know that our numbers are good, which is why I feel like I'm at a place where I can be a little bit more demanding of what we receive because I do know what we have and I appreciate that. And I mean, production is a love of mine, so I do care about the production value as well. So if and when I can upgrade production, I'm always gonna do that. I don't care like all this stuff. I know most people don't care that deeply about production. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, so I wasn't even going
Sorry
that.
to interrupt.
That's fine. I wasn't even going. Oh yeah, we can. Yeah, because it's not that cool. You can go. I was talking more so
Yeah,
the focus.
it's loud as hell.
Because I know you.
It's not
We
gonna
had this
pick up,
conversation.
though.
You was like, you rather
Nah, I
go
will.
in the comedy route, and I'm like, man, shit, this podcast route. That's more so what I'm saying. Like, if you had to choose, like, I don't want to say stand up comedy, but like being a comedian versus being a podcaster, you probably be a comedian, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the focus, not really like.
I
That's
would.
what I'm saying.
I mean,
I don't think
but,
you care about it as much.
But here's the thing. This is what I love about being me, being a Gemini. Maybe you can understand. I don't have to choose and I won't. I won't ever not do what I want to do. Like, I love having the freedom within my career to do any and everything because today I feel like doing this, tomorrow I feel like doing that. And I feel like I'm equally as talented in all the things that I do. So I'm just keep doing all the things.
Fair, yeah.
You feel me?
I also
I
feel
do
like,
feel
but I
you.
feel like the podcast realm, you get to be a comedian still.
Yeah.
A little bit here and there. It depends. I slip into my wokeness when it pertains. Yes.
Oh, you definitely multifaceted, and that's for sure. Like, not to get into the stars and shit. That's a Gemini thing for sure.
How was your week, Jay?
My week was pretty decent. It was slow motion, man. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, man. I got the streaming shit set up. I'm really happy about that, man. It's good, bro. Like, Decent, man. How was y'all week? What y'all got? What y'all had? What's new?
My week was pretty cool. What did I do?
Went to some event.
I did. I went to a screening, a movie screening. I don't know if you know this, but that thing just fell off the window. I don't know if you care.
Oh shit. Yeah, I definitely do care.
Damn it.
What, Alex? You the producer, man. Well, how was the screening? What screening?
Yes, I went to go see Wuthering Heights, which is a movie that is based off of a book. I've never read the book. I'm not really an avid reader of nonfiction anyway, in general. So I'm not gonna go read the book either, especially since I've seen the movie. That's just the type of shit that I be on. No shade, you know. I don't know. People be so afraid to like live in their truth of not being like readers, and you know, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, like, I don't like reading nonfiction. I just don't care to. Like, I could watch the movie. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna watch the film. But anyways, I thought the movie was so good, and if you like raunchy chick flicks,
Like what? Give me another chick flick that kind of.
Do you like The Notebook?
Yeah.
Then you would like this.
That wasn't raunchy.
It wasn't raunch. Well, we had some raunch. We had a little bit of raunch.
Some raunch.
A little bit of kissing in the rain. But it was, if you like chick flicks, if you like romance, if you want that, like that fire, like, oh my gosh, love, and just, oh, like that, then you'll like it. Without giving, you know, too much. But it's really good. The acting was great. I could tell it was based off of a book for sure. Just the way that the storyline played into it. But shit, I thought it was really good. I was locked in. I said, but it is raunchy. And I was like, oh.
Wait, Janae, didn't you go? You had sent you sent all of us something too, an event.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember.
It wasn't this week. You said it to us. You just said it to us.
I did, but nobody responded. So
Did you
Is this
go?
an event?
no,
Yeah,
it was like it's a content thing. It's for Wayfair.
Oh, I did see that.
It was last week though.
I don't know when it was.
Oh, y'all be getting all the shit, man. Like, what the fuck? I be MIA.
I just be trying to share, but you know, nobody
What?
responded.
Oh my god, girls.
You need to start operating as an influencer.
That's why I sent it, because I figured, you know, you're an influencer. You're an influencer.
You think I'm an influencer?
If you don't, then
I ask you a question.
I think you're a content creator. So I think if you operate a little bit more as an influencer in that space specifically, then you'll get more opportunities in that space.
How do you act as an influencer?
Just the type of content that you put out. I mean, to be fair, I don't as much either. Like, I think I could do more. But like the difference between like a content creator and an influencer, in my opinion, content creators produce lots of content that could be across the board for a few different things, right? An influencer, they the type of content that they put out, specifically, like, no pun, they influence people to do something, right? So whether that be workout content, the talking about different products and hair, makeup, just different things to kind of steer your audience to do something. Versus me, I kind of provide content for entertainment purposes, which is cool, and I still am in a specific lane, but every now and then I try to do a little bit of influencer content as well so that I can attract brands for advertisement.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, somebody had DM me yesterday. I thought this was like weird but cool, but you know, he was like, I'm out, so it kind of like threw me for a loop. He was like, we had a whole conversation too. And this is like the third message this week I got. Somebody on Threads was like, yo, I got somebody that I want you to talk to who's like going through this, because I was telling on Threads, I was like, man, fellas, keep fighting for your kids. Is, you know, it feels is amazing. And somebody was like, man, and another thread that said, I wanna help the guys who actually go through these issues. That I'm gonna tell you exactly what I said. I don't wanna slaughter it, but I was like,
You want to help them continue to fight and to not feel alone in
yeah,
this space.
I was like, I want to help fathers who want to be present but feel like they're defeated, fight for their kids. It's hard to tell people apart because I feel like if you really want something, then you make a way. But I also understand that is easier said than done. And somebody had commented, she was like, I have somebody that that really could use your support and maybe hear from someone like you. And then on Instagram, I got another message. This is something else. He was like, what's up, family? I don't know if we ever met. He's like, what's up, family? How did you get over your heartbreak? And I'm like, whew. So like I said it to say, like, I guess the conversations that I'm having are working in the influence way, I guess, if people are reaching out to me about these type of things.
Mm-hmm.
Because the heartbreak thing, I don't know. Come on, Alex.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. That does kind of make you somewhat of a, but I don't know. I guess with influencers, I guess it's supposed to be a certain amount of people. You know what I mean? Like,
no, so that's still honestly considered just like content creation because you're providing them with essentially entertainment information, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to attract brands, then you need to incorporate branding in your content.
So you talking about brands? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm specifically talking about.
Is that what makes somebody an influencer? So the fact that they have brands?
It yes and no. Like if we're talking about the business specifically side of influencing, then yeah, you need to incorporate brands in your content. Contrary to popular belief, you don't just necessarily always get a brand deal just because you're popular. You do have to kind of sometimes give a little bit to get some essentially free promo, free stuff in that way. Because it attracts brands, because the point of brands coming to you for advertising is so that they can know that your influence inspired people to buy their brand. And you need a proof of that. So a way that typical influencers would do that is by naturally incorporating brands that they naturally use and can actually talk about and show proof of purchase, proof of life, essentially. And that attracts those brands. And it doesn't just attract the brand that they're showing, it attracts all brands because it's like, oh, you know how to sell a product. You know how to talk about this product. You know how to incorporate it into your natural content, so I don't have to do much. So, for example, when I have brands reach out to me, I don't really have to, and I don't know if this is true amongst all people. It's actually not. I don't really have to get these stuffy, really lame scripts because that does not work for me and that does not work for my content or my audience. Let me make the script. You can tweak it and you can tell me how to, add this and that, but it needs to flow within my content because I know how to advertise for my audience based off of the content that I naturally produce already.
That makes sense, 100%. Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. Janae, how was your week, man? Talk to us. What you do, shorty?
Why you always...
Oh, you guilty?
No, I'm not guilty.
Oh,
Why
okay.
you just always give me a look like I'm guilty, and I'm like, damn, am I in trouble? What I did wrong?
I ain't do nothing wrong, shorty. I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying. What you do wrong?
I didn't do nothing wrong. I had a good week. My sister came to visit, actually. Well, she didn't come to visit, but she came in town with my niece. And so, I had a little family time this weekend. And I don't know, it was a chill week, to be honest. I just been trying to be productive. I got some goals and some things I'm trying to work on. So I've been trying to get into that.
That's good, man. We got them goals. Y'all hope y'all crushing y'all goals for the New Year's so far.
We had that conversation that none of us had resolutions for real, except for I think Alex.
I had a resolution. Well, I had goals. I ain't had no resolution. I had goals.
Is it not the same?
I mean, I signed up. I signed up for I told myself I wanted to do a half marathon and a High Rocks by March, and I got them. I'm signed up for them. So
They're both in March?
yes, sir.
That seems crazy.
It's not
okay.
crazy.
I
Ain't
mean,
crazy.
it's
Bless your
a lot
heart.
of training.
He doing it every day anyway,
A lot
so
of training.
What was your week, man? How was your week, bro?
You want me to be honest?
Ooh,
absolutely.
Always.
Yeah.
It was really sad.
Oh yeah. I forgot you told me.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you want me to be honest?
It was somebody passed away.
Yeah, my
Oh,
aunt
I'm
passed
so
away
sorry
on
to hear
Tuesday.
that.
So
I'm
it's been
sorry.
kind of like dealing with grief this week.
Mm.
But it was also like very productive, which was crazy because like I guess talking to my therapist about it, and I was like, how I process grief is weird. Where it's like numb for a moment, then it's like just do stuff. Like I just keep myself busy. And then I think it like hit me yesterday. So I was just in the house all day yesterday watching movies. Because I finally gave myself the opportunity to grieve. But taking it in stride. It was launched the podcast this week. So that was great. And it was ironic because everything happened on the same day. It was like she passed away
That's
that
how I
morning.
be, child.
Launched the podcast that same day, and I had a production same day. So like being able to get to a place where like I found myself getting irritated throughout the day, and I realized like, oh, it's not them, it's not anybody.
I'm dealing with my
like
own.
I'm projecting. So I just kind of been in myself because of that, because I'm like, I don't want to come off like projecting any energy that's not for you. Like it's me internally. So it's been cool though. You know, like I've been not cool, but taking it in stride day to day is all.
Yeah, man, I told you pull up, man. I ain't got the car to pull up on you, so
It's okay, brother.
Yeah.
I was good. Like I was watching hella movies, clean the hell out of the house. Clean the hell out of the house.
I know that
boy.
house clean.
Boy.
Ain't nothing like a grief clean. Baby, the grief clean. I be like, damn.
Just clean that
Spotless.
shit that I didn't even know.
Shit, I'm
And this
What to
saying.
clean, bro. I'm like, damn. I did the laundry maybe twice. I got to do it again today. I'm just like, you know.
I had a
telling
question
you.
for y'all talking about grief.
Oh, God.
What? Now I was wondering, like, do you think it's fair, or can you? 2-part question: can you move on if you're not over your last situation, and is it fair to move on if you're not over it?
You talking about relationship wise?
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if that's grief, but
that's grief. Shit.
You do got to.
You grieve relationships. You definitely do. I feel like breakups for me. I feel like they be. I ain't gonna say it that, but I do feel like
Shit. you be
sometimes.
grieving.
No.
Yeah,
I was
I'd be
gonna
hurt.
say that
If I like you.
for me, I feel like when you're like madly in love with somebody and it's like deep and all the things, sometimes a breakup can feel worse than somebody dying. For me, because I feel like
maybe I've never been in love. Maybe I think
no,
I just...
because
I feel you. I'm
I
with you.
feel like so this is the thing. When somebody dies, it's like they didn't have the choice. So they left and it wasn't, they didn't leave you. They didn't leave to harm you. You know what I mean? They left because
You don't
God
feel
called them
betrayal.
home.
Yeah.
But when somebody leaves you that you committed to and you locked in, that's a whole nother. First of all, you left when you had a choice. So you chose to leave. And then not only that, you also are still walking this earth and have a choice to still be here. And it's just a different type of pain to have to see that that person is still.
So let's I love this podcast because you guys are aging me and maturing me so well. Let's put it at this.
Aging you sounds crazy.
Let's just put it at. Let's just put it at. It's just a different type of grief because grief is grief.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take nothing away from somebody that passed, and because I lost a best friend, and I never felt nothing like that in my life. So for those who probably lost somebody, let's just it's the different type of grief.
It's definitely... Well, to be honest, I just cannot relate.
Yeah.
I just can't. You know what I mean? I did not grieve the relationship that I left.
You was happy.
I was elated. I didn't grieve. I grieved more in the relationship than I did when I was out of it.
Yeah.
If I'm speaking honestly, nothing in this world, in my experience of life so far, has hit me like losing the people in my life. That has been by far the hardest thing that I've had to experience. And it is something that is still very much hard for me because I'm not good with death. That is like I have just not been able to like understand it. Like I get it. I understand it. Like the literal aspect of death, right? People, things, nothing lasts forever. I get that. But like, you know what I mean? Like you, like for real though, like it, like that part of like, oh shit, like people really don't come back is very, and then I think also considering like, I didn't lose people close to me, super close to me until later in life. And it happened in a 2-year span, back to back deaths. Oh, I've been fucked up for the past 3 years over that shit. And it's like, that shit will hit you in the most random moments. Grief is very, very like, baby, I don't know. And I don't think I could ever help nobody with grief. I feel like I'm like learning to deal with it myself, and I'm evolving, and I'm trying to like lean more into it because I'm very, very emotional around death. And like, I think that trying to, there are days I can really like dive in and talk about it. And there's days where I'm like,
Yeah.
no, because I'm about to break down.
No, I don't think you can help. And I'll never forget my Neo. He had lost his line brother, my other Neo, D-Ray. And I'll never forget telling him, like, bro, like he in a better place, and like be happy, like like this is God put an angel,
I don't
right?
like hearing that shit.
And I remember him saying like he didn't understand, like I remember him saying he was upset. I don't know exactly what he said, but I'll never forget when I lost my line brother. And I'm like, damn, because I lost family before, but I never lost somebody like close, right? Like, cause family sometimes
That's a part of your day to day.
Yeah, so like, and this was somebody that DJ'd. I'm hosting, like we was working together, we lived together. Like this was literally like my brother, right? And I'll never forget him passing, and there's nothing nobody can say. Like it's like you can't say nothing. So like, I understood that. So when you say like, I don't know if I can help, I don't think it's just like, yo, I'm here, shoulder, you know, like whatever you need, the support. You know
I think
what I'm
a
saying?
lot of times it's just one is being there, and then two is also not taking things personal. Because I think a lot of times we think like because you're grieving, you're gonna show up in a certain way. You're gonna show up sad. You're gonna show up, But a lot of times it comes in different forms. Like you said, I found myself being irritated, and it's like somebody might be irritated, and it's like now you bother because they bothered, and it's like, bro, like when really it don't have to be that. You just got to be understanding to the fact that like, nah, like they hurting,
Right.
and so it just comes out differently. I guess I kind of get that. I try to think of like people that were like super close to me that have passed, and people that were close to me that passed in different ways. All of them weren't like a part of like my day-to-day life. So I think that's why when I look at that grief, to me, sometimes it looks a little differently because in one capacity, it's like they're my day-to-day. Like, I'm used to you being here all the time, and now you're gone.
Yeah.
And then there's the other part where it's like, I'll probably talk to you once a month, or I talk to you every other week, or, and it's like, I don't wake up every day and think of you every day. I don't wake up every day and talk to you. I don't wake up, So that's why I feel like sometimes it just looks different.
So do y'all think you can move on from a relationship if you're not over the last one?
I think you can. Do I think that it's fair to the other person? Not necessarily. I think that, and it doesn't mean that you can't grow to get over it and then this intensifies. It doesn't mean that. Like, I don't feel like there's no rules to how you do things, really. It's just about, the biggest thing for me is just always honesty. Like, if you're honest with your person and they know how you are or where you stand and how you feel, then it's respectable. Because then they have the choice. And I don't blame nobody who chooses whatever they choose. As long as you have the choice to choose, I'm cool with that. But I feel like, for me, if you ain't over that, bitch, don't come over here.
But see, that's the thing. So, and that's the thing. Maybe I worded it wrong because I don't think that, like, to be over your last relationship, you don't have to be still wanting them.
I was
Like,
gonna say it looks different.
yeah, like my last
I feel
relationship, like I'm not, like I don't. Like,
you may not be over the hurt, but you're over the person. Type
yeah,
thing.
you know what I'm saying? Like for sure. Like even when I was giving the guy advice, I'm like, man, that was one of the best things we could do for each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not even on no, it just, we were, who we were in a relationship to each other, to ourselves, wasn't good, wasn't nice, right? And for us to leave that situation, I think it was mature for both of us, and we needed to do that. However, that don't mean that I'm over. Nigga, I chose to marry somebody for a reason. Like, I didn't just, this ain't play. This ain't The Sims. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is real life. So like, it's a lot of things that I sacrificed, a lot of things I did in that relationship that I couldn't honestly say that I'm over. Like that shit, I still think about that to this day. That shit still hurt. Like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like,
I do feel like, now this is gonna sound a little bit problematic, so that's my disclaimer. However, I do think that the old ladies ate when they said the best way to get over a relationship is to get under a new one. Like, no shade. Like, sometimes when you start just talking to other people, you be like, oh, goddamn. There's other things out there. Like, it'd be cool. Like, I don't think that there's a problem with that. Now, I do think that if you're using people for the sole purpose of getting back at an ex, like that's tapping into different territory. But if you feel like you can't get past this like level of distraction because you're like wrapped up in like an old relationship, oh my God, go find you some niggas. Go find you another bitch. Like,
and I'm not anti that. Because I do get that. But I think that sometimes, like you said, as a distraction, a lot of times you don't have the space to grow in that moment, though. You're not focused on the things that, because one thing my mom always told me, no matter where you go, everywhere you go, you take you with you. And so whatever didn't work in this situation, yeah, you may be grieving, it may be hurting, whatever. But if you don't do the internal work to actually figure it out, if you constantly going to the next person to distract you from or to help you get over the last situation, I feel like you don't give yourself the space to actually look internally and say, what do I need to
and
fix?
It's a timing thing too. So I don't think like that you should jump from relationship to relationship so quickly, especially if you know what I'm saying, you ain't got it like that to be, process. You need a little bit of time. But I do think after a while, it's like, okay, sister, like, go find you something else to talk to. So you can, get over it.
I'm not mad
Because
at that.
sometimes like, and I think two things need to be happening at the same time. You need to be working on inner self, right? To kind of, because some relationship type of things can be traumatic, So go ahead and heal from whatever that was. while also going to find you somebody else to talk to. If and when you are at a healthy place. And a healthy place don't always mean fully healed. You know what I'm saying? That just mean that like I'm at a place, okay, I'm cool now. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight.
It's
I'm
awareness
straight.
sometimes.
Exactly.
Being aware and understanding of who you are, where you stand, what you need to do for yourself, and understanding like what value this brings into the space, as opposed to like this is just a distraction. I'm just using okay. If I'm aware and I know like this is just a distraction, so that it don't trickle over into this area of me.
Yeah, I want to
see.
skip.
Ever fully heal from past relationships, or there's always like.
I think that's really the core of the question.
I
Like,
think
you
it
can
depends.
fully heal?
Ever fully heal from a past relationship?
I think it depends. I really do think it depends on what that relationship took from you or gave you, right? Some relationships just end, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was a mutual agreement. We weren't compatible. Cool. Some were traumatic enough to where it can alter that brain chemistry. We know how trauma works, right?
Yeah.
And to that extent, I wouldn't say that it's not that you can never heal, but I think it's something that you're always going to be aware of. And you may be fully healed from a situation and still can acknowledge like that fucked me up and I am forever changed, but I'm just a different version of me. But that happens in life in general, right? The death of family members for me has completely changed. I can never be the same person anymore. But it doesn't mean I'm not like full. I'm still whole. I'm still me. I am just a new version of me because I don't have these people in my life that I was born and raised with. So now I'm going through life a new version of me that is healed but also broken. And it's weird because like I don't think that like my everyday I am like overly affected to the point where I can't operate with because of the loss of my family, but it's more so like I'm so hyperly conscious of it that it does shape and how I view life and how I view different things and how I operate in life in general. So
I think you can, when you say fully healed, I think that that's I don't really know how to explain what fully healed looks like or what it is. And I think a lot of times you probably won't it takes a long time to fully heal from something. I think about like just even previous relationships, like she said, it's left you with something. And so you carry on that you might feel better about the situation. You might be able to move forward from the situation. And it may not be affecting you like deeply, right? But then there's still the reminders and the things that come up where maybe if you go into a new situation, I got to be cautious of this, or I got to, And then sometimes I think a lot of times it takes a lot of unpacking and unlearning. Because now if I have this trauma of this is the results that I get when this is going on, I can then be with somebody who now reteaches me that like that's not the results you're going to get. And sometimes it takes a while to unlearn something.
And that's really what I was asking. Like, could you like, is it fair to somebody else for you to move on not fully healed? Because it's like, I don't even know if you can ever be fully healed. Because I think about, like, I'm like, bro,
you don't even know you won't know if you're healed or not until you're back in the situation where you have to go through the same thing again and you handle it differently or you're able to deal with it. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of times I think that it's like if you got injured, right? And let's say you running and you tore your ACL. And realistically, you can go through all this therapy and build it back up.
It ain't never gonna be that.
It ain't gonna be the same. And the pain is there, but at the same time, doctors can clear you to go and do something. But you won't know until you actually run and jump again. And then once you do it and you okay, now you know like, it's better. But you still got to be cautious because that tear's still there.
But even then though, you still have that thought of
that fear.
You're scared
that it might happen
again. You ain't gonna jump as high because you land on that knee wrong. You're done.
But that's also a mentality thing because some people will.
And you can only break that knee a couple of times until it's completely shattered.
But to that point, like the injury analogy that you just used, trying to find the exact quote, but I was reading this book called The Myth of Normal by Dr. Gabor Mate, and he essentially talks about that. And he says that like within our society, we are taught that if you get physically injured, that there is a rehabilitation process that you have to go through, which is an X amount of months. But he was like I got to find a study, but he was like scientists have found that the trauma from something that is mental is just as impactful as the physical damage, but we don't have a remedy of rehabilitation for that. So you have people that are moving with their brains damaged, literally, that never healed their brains because your mind is processing it the same, and you're moving to situations with an injured brain, for lack of better words, and society doesn't teach that healing and that rehabilitation process. So as you were saying, like, do you fully get healed? I think you can, but I think that a lot of people aren't because
and then it's like we have to keep
taught.
moving.
Right.
Like,
we don't have a choice.
Life, I was gonna say life in general literally keeps going. And it's like you may have people in your inner circle who respect the process in which you're going through, but the world doesn't.
Yeah.
Your work still got to get done. Rent still got to get paid every first. They don't give a fuck who just died or left. I don't give a damn.
I'm not gonna lie.
That shit is, and so it's like, fuck, you literally have to like, and I think that pressure alone is a lot on us. Like, oh my gosh, like I know I'm feeling all of these things right now, but the way that I have to actually get the fuck up and go to work right now, the way I actually have to do this, the way I actually have to do that is a lot, and it's frustrating, but it's like, that's kind of just life, unfortunately. But I think that's why we have to kind of have some checks and balances for ourselves. So whether that's the therapy, that's the people around us, that's having those rest days. Our healing cannot be linear in the way that we look at physical healing. We have to kind of interweave our healing through life because life and time continues. So your healing process for those mental anguishes may be completely elongated versus the physical injury analogy. Like you may be dealing and healing with these emotional situations for years. And it may be that we're consistently healing forever. And I think that we can find a way to be okay with that as well, because it doesn't mean that because you're along your healing journey and you're consistently healing from the things that are, because the things going to keep happening. So I feel like we're going to be consistently healing, but there's still joy that comes within those moments. So it doesn't mean that your life ends. It just means that you are going forward.
That's to the point of, we all know this now, but I think it was a realization that healing isn't a destination. Right? It's a journey. So I think that speaks directly to that point of healing. And that's why I'll pose the point, because I feel like a lot of times I think we run away from what healing looks like, right? That's why I'm like, can you really move on not being over it? Because me, I'm very transparent in my emotions. I'm very real with myself. So it's like, can I say that I'm over that situation? Hell no. I might be over the person, but the situation carries with me for sure.
And to Jamila's point, like just talking about like the world and how people view it and how the world keeps going, like we as people, we always need something tangible, right? It's like, I got to see it. So we can respect a physical injury over a emotional injury or a mental injury, because it's like, we can't see that. So when we think about like, imagine you getting hurt, you get in a car accident, you call out of work, they cool. Like, okay, they got in an accident, there's proof physically we can see. But when you go through that emotional turmoil, you can't. It's nothing they can see about it. It's like, bro, you got to come to work. We don't got that.
I feel like people have been fighting for that.
But like,
they do. It's called FMLA now, but you don't get paid for it though.
Yeah. I mean, the really, really good companies will pay you for those quote unquote mental health days or those days that you have off. But that's actually a part of like a larger, even, of course that's
but
politics,
then even
but
with that,
people have been trying to fight for that
because we can't tell you time length on like how to heal when it comes to grieving,
that's
right? So that's the thing. So when we look at a physical injury, a doctor can clear you for all of this. Like, we do these exams. Okay, now you can go back to work. As opposed to a mental or emotional breakdown, it's like, yes, they do have situations where doctors can clear you or not clear you based off your mental, but a lot of it, the world doesn't respect it, because it's like, I can't see it. You could be faking. I can't see like physically that like you're in pain or that you're hurting, because you still wake up and you still go. So I think that is something that is to be considered.
I think that was the hardest part about grieving this week, if I could be transparent, was that like I was talking to my colleagues when it happened the day it happened. They were like, bro, you didn't miss a beat. Like, we couldn't tell anything. And I was like, yeah, like outwardly, I'm fine. But like inwardly, like when I tell you like my whole body, you could just feel it. Like I was like, I'm in pain. Like this hurt. But I couldn't. And I talked to my therapist about this. I was like, with grief, like I don't know how to show it. Like it's not like I broke down and cried or something. Well, I think I shed a tear when I first found out. And then immediately after, it was like, gotta jump on this meeting. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know I'm sad. I can feel it. Like it's playing in the back of my mind often, but it's like how we process grief is very different. And that's the thing that was, everybody would ask me like, how are you feeling? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. But then like your body is telling you, I think that was the biggest thing for me. It's like my body was telling me like, no, bro, you're hurt.
Yeah.
Baby,
And I
that
was like,
body will manifest those physical,
bro,
like
it's like they're trying to
anxiety.
suppress it.
Yeah, like you
I'm
can
like,
get
damn.
sick. Like, so I have anxiety, and if it's really, really bad, I genuinely like I will throw up.
Me too.
It's a very physical situation
Mhm.
as well. I'm talking about heart palpitations, like literally
You could die.
tremoring.
Like literally, it could kill you.
You
Literally.
can go. You
Mhm.
can go. Like that shit is very, very real. Like you can feel, and it's so strange how everything is like so connected with our bodies. Like, oh, I love science. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, all of these things really are connected. These nerves, these things. Like, yes, like that's why they say stress is one of the number one killers. Stress can absolutely trigger so many things in your body.
So to that point, like when you bring up the grieving of a relationship, like I can understand if you are that directly connected with somebody and like they ultimately they become your family. You know what I'm saying? Like how it could be something that can leave remnants for years to come.
It's life changing.
Yeah, I mean
Listen,
it is.
I feel like when I think of like your situation, right? It kind of sometimes I think about my situation or my previous situation, and
Like somebody being dead but still alive. Like I don't know.
yeah, like it's really weird. And so it took me a long time to like really like be able to take somebody seriously or open up. It's been 7 years for me. So I've been single since 2019. In terms of like being able to take the leap to actually like commit to somebody and be like, okay, yeah, this is a person I believe in. You know, but we had that conversation too about like the choice, like making the decision to take that leap and say, you know what, actually I'm gonna do that. And I don't know what it was about this year that was like, that's what it's gonna be, and maybe it was the person. I don't know if it was the person, I don't know if it was me, but I feel it could be both, right? That's where it's like, that's where that inner work comes in. I remember the day when I got over that situation. And it was crazy because I went through so much with that breakup, and I was on the phone with my best friend, and she had mentioned, and I was like, and we had a whole conversation. I didn't get emotional, like nothing happened. And she was like, oh, are we okay? And I was like, we are. And I was like, I'm good. Like, I was like, I'm good. Like, I don't even, I'm not even sad no more. Like, none of this conversation has moved me. And then my best friend cried and was like, I'm so happy for you. Like, it was a lot. So I feel like the way that like, if you felt anything like how I felt and you actually got married, I feel like when you spend so much time with a person day in and day out, and then it's like, you think that this is where I'm going to end up and who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, and I don't have to worry about this ever again. Like, this is my person. I feel like that's a whole nother.
Yeah. Thanks, man. What's up, man, Alex?
Like, never done that before.
Now I'm just like, wow, period. Yes.
Alex, what we talking about today, man?
You got a whole lot. Let's start with something light.
That was dark. Ugh.
That was not dark.
We're talking about death.
Yeah, grief is hard.
Grief
I
is
was
tough.
honestly fighting back tears.
Yeah, I'm like, let me tell you one thing about grief. Like, that time of the year, sometimes you don't notice, like, but when the time of the year comes, then you start to feel it, and you be
on God, I have seasonal depression like a bitch.
Yeah, I
the
got
sun
seasonal
got
depression.
to come out.
Yeah.
Oh God, I
that's how
can't
I've been
stand
feeling.
winter.
So this week is actually, yesterday was the day that somebody really close to me killed himself. And
That's rough too.
yeah, and I feel like you said, sometimes you just need a distraction. Like, you just keep moving. I felt like earlier, like last week, when it started to come, the time frame, and I just started feeling sad, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?"
It be feeling like a weight. You be like, "What's
ain't nothing going on.
what's
Why is it so
happening?"
heavy?" And I looked at the calendar, and I was like, I
Mhm.
damn near choked. And I was
Mhm.
like, so this week I just made it a point to be productive, because I'm like, nah, we can't be sad. And it sucks because it's also my best friend's birthday, my mom's birthday, like. Everything, it's like positive things, but it's like that heavy ass negative thing is kind of like hard for me to be grateful around this time. So it's just.
Sorry, you just made me think of something. Okay, wow, I was so sad yesterday. That's crazy. No, a friend that had got killed. His birthday was yesterday, and I realized I didn't. When you just said it, I'm like, damn. Like,
it be subconscious a lot of times.
It really do be, because I was in bed all day watching TV.
That's how trauma
I didn't
sits in
leave
your
my
body.
room or nothing. But the craziest part is I was here. You remember when I found out? I was here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was visiting here.
Yeah.
And I got the call, and again, it was right before we had a huge production call, and it was like, I got to tell you this news. You got 15 minutes, like, before we go and do this production call. And I was like, okay. And this is not like a small, we're talking about Yolanda Adams, Taraji, all of these people are on this call because it was around the color purple. And Oprah was on the call. It's like, yo, you got to gather yourself. I was like, I mean, I don't have to be on camera, so I was cool. But it's just a simple fact that, like, you just got to keep on going. Like, you just have to. But ironically, you were talking about it last point. I'm sorry, before we get to the shit. Facebook is a motherfucker, right? Because Facebook will remind you.
Them damn memories.
Them
Get
memories.
out.
I'm sitting down right here.
Your phone does it too, though.
Yes,
phone
I
does
don't
it.
need
On
that
this
damn
day.
memory.
Yeah.
5
Please.
minutes before we start recording, I get a memory that, like, I responded to my cousin when my grandma died, like, in 2011. And I'm reading my comments to
You be
him.
like, okay.
And I'm like, yo, like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? She went away happy and everything in that capacity. We just got to carry her legacy on. So I'm like looking at it now. I'm 15 at the time. And
As
I'm
a
reading it to
reminder now.
myself.
That's a lot.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
okay.
Like, you
You
gotta
just
be
gotta carry that
okay. Like,
legacy
it's
on.
okay. Like, so it's just
It's crazy how,
ironic.
like, bro, sometimes you send yourself a message.
And it's in March though. Like, the date hasn't even passed.
That's
like,
how
it's
they. I'm like, this wasn't even supposed to come up right now.
man, you early as
You
hell.
lie.
But you right
They
on
ain't know
time.
why is that a memory right now?
These niggas listening. That's why. I
Oh
tell
God,
you
I
what.
know exactly what you need.
Like, what? But nah. On a lighter point, new music dropped on Friday.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
J. Cole's
Brr, 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 brr.
final. First of all,
This is final?
do y'all believe
That's what he said.
No, but maybe not, because maybe this just a fall off of this final
Don't
album
do this to
on
me. I ain't made
Sign.
it yet.
I thought he was already indie though. Wasn't that?
I don't know.
Well, J. Cole dropped his album, The Fall Off. We had mixed reviews.
Yes, I will say, funny how social media has changed a listening experience of art, just
I hate it.
in general. I did not get a chance to listen immediately when it dropped, so I'm seeing a lot of commentary, and I saw honestly a lot of like negative commentaries. I was like, damn, oh no, not my Cole, not my Cole. I'm seeing a lot of people say like it's boring, they hate it, like a lot of stuff. So I'm like, damn, like I don't want, like you know what I'm saying? Like that was just in my mind. Maybe I listened to that album. I said, y'all a motherfucking lie. This is quintessential Cole. It's quintessential Cole. Now, mind you, if now, disclaimer, if you do not particularly like J. Cole or love him and his music and his style, I can understand how you would feel as though this project was quote unquote boring. And that doesn't, it just is what it is. I did not feel that though. I was like, this nigga Sam, I feel like it was better than what Off Season. What's it called? Off Season. Now I may have to go back. I low-key feel like it was better than KOD.
KOD is his worst.
KOD.
So
his
album.
worst is crazy. I love KOD.
I think KOD's his worst album.
You thought it
personally.
was
I love KOD.
KOD was really good. I really like
It's
that. But
top
I'm
tier to
like,
me.
this
feel like it was
was
non-skip.
better. Like,
Because I feel like
Jay,
it's not
fix
better
your
than
face.
it's
I'm
not
ready to
better
throw
than Born
something at
Sinner.
I'm
you.
listening.
it's not
to
better
y'all.
than Born
It's
Sinner.
definitely not better than Forest Hill Drive.
It's
That's what I was
not.
wondering. Okay.
But-
Like,
But it's right there. This is off the first listen. I'm just saying what I feel. I said, I'm really liking this. And for me, the first listen is like the most important because it's just like, let me hear it. And what am I feeling immediately? And I'm like, I'm really loving this. I think that like this album is this is why I say it was quintessential J. Cole. I feel like this album it showcases why people fell in love with J. Cole in the first place. His storytelling, his cadence, his flow, the beat choices and selection. I just really feel like it was all of those things. I just feel like it was really great. I was very satisfied personally.
Satisfied.
So they just me though. But go ahead, hater.
Well, I am a J. Cole fan.
Right.
disclaimer.
I'm a big J. Cole fan.
Period. Love that for you.
And I thought it was a little boring in the second disc. I do like the thought process behind it, like disc 29 being him at 29 in 2014, that whole Forest Hill Drive, and then disc 39 is like a reflection of him being 39. And like understanding that it do put some perspectives in the project. I think you could tell that the first disc is the younger him, right? Because I think me personally, I think the first disc has the most slaps on it, right? It sounds like a younger him. And then as you get older, you do reflect on things. And just being honest, I don't even listen to music the same, right? Like I can't like just understanding what it does to you. Like, you know, like they say to ignorance is bliss, right? Sometimes, and it shows because when we was young, you have fun, you don't know. Right then you get old, you start thinking about shit like, I know better now. I was like, fuck. No, I can't do this. I want to do this, right? I enjoy it, but I can't. So I understand the two parts to it. But at the end of the day, bro, like y'all said about social media, I feel like they change. Like, bro, it's okay if I want to listen to music and be moved by it and want to party or want to listen to it in the car. I feel like it's all hip hop fucking specialists on social media nowadays. Like, God, like this remind me like when I was talk to Wayne though, right now. Maybe you gotta understand your audience. But it's like, God damn, like you wanna, like if I say I don't like something because I can't listen to it in the car, now I'm not a hip hop head. Like, yeah, okay then. I'm not a hip hop head. Shit.
I feel like it just depends on
Like,
what you like about certain things. You know what I mean? Like,
Art is subjective.
it is. Like, and for some people, like that's the style in which they enjoy. You know what I'm saying? That's the style they want they rap. I want it to be just like this every time. I don't want to hoot and holler. And some people, they want it to be, they like hip hop for the hypeness of it. They like it for its grunginess, and you know what I'm saying. So it just depends on what you like from your raps.
So yeah, I think if I had to give it a number, it would probably be like on the high side. It would be a 6 out of 10 because I think I like 13 songs. You know what I'm saying? I really liked maybe hold up, I might have it in my notes. I really liked I didn't save yet. I really liked like 5, 6 songs, and then there was some other songs that I thought was good. I like the concept of the song that he did about Biggie and Pac. I like the concept of it, but I don't know if I would listen to it all the time. But he had some really good songs that I would double back. I don't think he had any hits, but I do think yeah, I don't know. I don't think like no radio box.
I think 2-6 is his clear. Okay,
I like the
That's
Let
the
Out.
one that I heard.
Yeah.
That I really
I like
like
2-6.
I like the Let Out.
For
I
sure.
like what is it, Brunson? Like
Brunson.
Brunts.
I'm
That shit
about
was
to look it up
fire.
right now.
But you know, it is kind of boring. It's kind of repetitive a little bit. I thought,
Bunch Road Blues.
Yeah, Bunch Road Blues
That was
fire.
a good one
Yeah.
for
That was
sure.
good.
For
I
sure.
think to me it just sounded a little repetitive. The beat selection. Also, as big of a Cole fan as I am, I think I was biased because it's always been a critique of Cole about his beats. I never noticed
Really?
because I'm a Cole fan. Yeah, I never.
What is the critique about his
that
beats?
he doesn't have good beats. He doesn't choose
Interesting.
big good beats. Like
I
that's
think
been a
he
thing.
does.
You know about that, right? I was saying.
I've heard that before.
You know, that's really how it be. Like people really like what they like.
Yeah, but I never noticed it until.
Damn, I'm over here like,
Bro, I never noticed
I like
it.
that.
I never noticed it until this project, and I'm like, oh, this is what they talking about. And then he's super monotone and stuff. It's like, bro, and then you don't have no features. Like I love the project with Future and
So he
Tim's.
got a couple features.
I didn't understand it though.
I
right?
like Only You. I like the Burner on Only You.
I
That was
love
cool.
that one.
Yeah, that was
I didn't
cool.
understand the Tim's and Future especially.
I actually love that.
I love it too.
And I am not a huge fan of Future.
No, I like it. I just given the climate of what happened, you know, the beef and how it happened, like.
And can I let me just say this on
What,
the
Alex?
record?
That's a
I
lot, too.
did absolutely hate all the biracial mulatto propaganda in the album. I could have done without the Mr. Mulatto, I'm so tragic, white mama. And that's kind of the funny thing is, I think that's how I personally deal with like biracials in this community in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? My black biracials, you know, sure, like I will allow you to be within your blackness. But the moment you get to talking about and crying about being a mulatto, I kind of just ignore it and then move on. And it just is what it is. That's just a me thing though. But it's, I guess I'm on the fence a little bit because I was thinking to myself, like, trying to have a level of grace and empathy for my mulattoes out there. What space do they have to stand within their identity in a sense? Because I think like as black folks, we stand within our blackness tenfold, right? We don't have any, like, you can't tell me about my blackness. However light you think I am, I don't care, right? Mm-hmm. And even like the reclamation of the word nigga, right? Which is a slur essentially, but we have reclaimed it, we repurposed it. And I thought about that, like, is that how the biracials feel about mulatto? Like, are we gonna start I don't know. It's just funny to me. Like, I don't know how to take it seriously though. Whenever I hear mulatto, like, or like, what do you say? I'm the hardest rapper out, but my mom white or whatever the fuck he said. I said, okay, Cole. I'm just gonna skip past. I'm just gonna ignore that because, like, what do you want me to say about your biracialness? You know what I mean? That was like the most biracial thing you've done, and it's funny because J. Cole is one of those people where we've always said for a long time, like, J. Cole is biracial, but we would not have known if he didn't tell us his mom was white, and he went ahead and erased all that with all them biracial lines. Like, okay, so now you acting biracial. That was very biracial of you, Cole.
One thing that I do like, it's like I'm conflicted, and that's what I like and I don't like. And all of J. Cole music you hear almost like humanity in him, right? Like you hear the confliction in his music. Like I'm this way. I was raised this way. I can go this way, but I know better, so I don't want to go that way. So you kind of hear that in the music. And as somebody that's listening to music, I can understand it because I feel that way too. But when I'm listening to music, I don't know if I want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate, I don't want to say I hate that I got to say this because I don't want to compare this at all. And one don't have to do with the other, but going back to the beef, you know, I talk a lot of shit. And I think Kendrick Lamar showed exactly why he was the number one and clear. Like, and if you go back, if you rewind back, like people say, "Is this you?" There will be that moment y'all be on.
Oh,
Twitter.
so you was on Drake's side or something? Like,
for sure, and even J. Cole.
So against our Gemini brethren.
Even I know, but even J. Cole, right? So and to go to what I'm saying, my point is to go off that really quick, sidebar. I think this might be a bad analogy, but I'm gonna try. I think J. Cole reminds me of like Ludacris, and I'll tell you why. Ludacris can rap his ass off, but if you hear Ludacris on a feature, you would never like, wait, what? Like his albums compared to his features, totally different. Same with J. Cole. Like you said, this is like, I wouldn't argue that.
Can you expound on that?
I was about to say
what do you
I'm
mean?
explaining. So like, I wouldn't argue that this isn't
No, I mean like for Luda.
The Luda part,
like specifically,
yeah,
what do you mean?
Y'all ever heard him featured like?
What you saying?
He's like one of the best features ever.
Right.
Like,
Okay. Agreed.
But if you listen to his music, like on his album, like "Move, Bitch, Get Out," like that's not what I would. That's not the same Luda.
Maybe you should pick someone else for this analogy because I'm not.
But you're not. You know what I'm saying? That's not the same Luda. The Luda that you hear on a feature record and his albums is no.
So wait, what is that comparison to Cole? Like,
I didn't go there. I didn't finish. So like again, when I'm going to Cole, like I feel like when you said like this is the Cole I've been getting, I would expect this Cole. I understand that, but because I know Cole is so talented, I almost don't. It's like I'm looking for another Cole. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the Cole that I hear on his features. I'm looking for the Cole when he's popping his shit. But when I think about it, when I do sit back and think about it, most of his albums, you don't get a lot of that Cole. Like you get that when he features on songs and it's like he's popping his shit. But on his albums, he's pretty much like back and forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's pretty much like hot and cold.
I think I kind of understand where you're going. Are you talking about like the fire?
Yes.
Okay, so I can understand that, but I also think that when you're talking about albums and it depends on what type of album we are referencing, right? Some people, when they are producing albums, they want to give you the baddest heifers on the floor. Every single one is a hit. It could be a single, right? Think if Get Rich or Die Trying. That's like a single album, right? Like every single song, bow, bow, bow. Some people look at albums as complete stories. And I think that that's something that Cole does.
Yeah.
Neither is right or wrong. Neither is better or worse. It's just what you prefer. And I do think that Cole approaches albums as full projects in the sense that there's a beginning, middle, and an end. And so every song in that retrospect is not going to be super fire, boom, 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 the hardest. It's going to be like, this is very retrospective.
So
I also think that you got to look at, when you talk about a person doing a feature, like you also got to understand that I'm not on, this is not my stuff. I'm coming on to yours. I have to match your energy.
I only got 16.
Right. So if this is this is like you saying, this is Jay's podcast and this is a topic that we're talking about and this is the type of energy I need from you and this is what I got to show up the way you asked me to because this is yours. But when I'm doing my own, this is mine. I'm gonna do what I want to.
And I understand that. I want you to show up your best, right? Your best self.
But that's the thing. What you determine their best may not be what they determine as their best.
And that's fair. I guess my thing is like, all right, going back to how people listen to music, right? And how people criticize it. I don't know. Just because I don't get the deepest and I don't know most intricate lyrics that y'all get don't mean I don't like music, right? So for example, again, I've been proved wrong a few times. When I think of the Clips, that album was phenomenal. If you asked me before I heard it,
Amazing.
I didn't think it was gonna be. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear this shit.
Amazing.
Right? I'm be real. I heard him like, oh my God.
JID too.
I was about to say
JID, yeah.
another dude that spits, that rap. Before I listened to the album, I wouldn't think I would be into that shit.
Phenomenal.
I'm listening to it. I'm like, so when people say like, no, it's because you don't know music. I don't want to hear that because I'm hearing niggas that rap and I'm like, oh no, I like this. This is fire.
Interestingly
And I'm not
enough,
a big fan.
The producer.
you've had a very similar stance when it came to movies. And so maybe that is just your reality for how you like to consume art.
Yeah.
Some people really want it to be an immediate banger, hoopty rah rah, and some people enjoy the deep aspect. The same reason that people love Kendrick is the same reason that people hate it.
Yeah,
because that's just not what you like in your rap. Some people don't want to decode and deconstruct. Some people really enjoy that because it's like a fun little game. Same thing with movies and stuff. Exactly. Like some people really enjoy having to like uncover the Easter eggs between this because it's just a part of it. Some people, some people, I want to watch a fucking comedy because it's easy and I want to laugh immediately.
That's true, and you right, but that's why I say or even with this Cole thing, like understanding the 2 disc thing is definitely dope, right? And coming to the understanding and learning that is fire. That doesn't change what I want to hear though.
Right.
In my perspective, you know what I'm saying? So like that's why I brought up the clips, JID. I'm like, because these are people that I would think rap, you know what I'm saying, hippity hop shit, and I'm like, nah, I'm listening. I'm like, these niggas is smoking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if they can do it, and I'm not big fans of them, somebody that I'm a fan of can do it too. Like that's what I'm saying by it. But hey, man.
And I think that he can, and I think that he could, but I don't think that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, facts. That's true.
And I think that's why you see it's a difference between the 2 discs too.
Yeah.
And I think it's also a fair conclusion because I saw Joe Budden say this, that he doesn't feel like J. Cole has the voice and demeanor to do a 2 disc.
24 track.
And I think I can understand people having that conclusion, and I can understand you feeling that way about him. Like it's like I understand certain criticisms of some people even if I don't agree with them. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about that.
I look at it the opposite because I feel like I am a fan of Cole and I know he can do it. Like I know he can give us 24 bangers. And that's why it's kind of frustrating because you can if you wanted to, right?
I think he's just not in that place because like when you listen to what was it when he was signed to Soundline Stories, it was just bangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he talks about that often. Like he hated that album. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be his worst album actually, but like he hated that album because it was so. It was industry. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the industry route and it wasn't like aligned with his purpose and everything. And I feel like he's going through like even looking at the visuals for the videos and all that stuff, it's like he's going through this awakening within himself. So I feel like the art was definitely, that's why I said the first time I listened to it, I gave it a 6.5, but then when I listened to it again, I gave it an 8 because it was like, it's very reflective of where he is. It's very reflective as to like who he is as an artist. But more importantly, like even down to the point where that joint, I Love Her Again, bodied it because like the first time I listened to it, I'm like, not even the first time, like within the first minute, I'm like, who's he talking about? You know, I'm thinking it's kind of like a Wet Dreams type of thing.
He's talking about hip hop.
He talking about hip hop. I'm like, oh my gosh, like
so even
storytelling was crazy.
All right, so what is the measure of these numbers that we're giving it? So like if I give that at 8, so the clips. But is it compared to what he can do or to other music? Because if that's an 8, what's the clips? If that's an 8, what's JID?
I mean, I think when you're rating people, all of those things come into play, right? But I also, it's like yes and no. Like I do compare, but then I don't because I don't think that makes sense, right?
I'm saying on a sliding scale.
Right, because I'm saying like if I listen to, for example, and this is no shade, but if I listen to Glow's album, I thought it was really good, but I know it's Glorilla. If Jay-Z was to release something that sounded like Glorilla, I would be like, what the hell? What was this? Because this is not why I listen to Jay-Z. Okay. But this is why I listen to Glorilla.
Okay. All right. Okay. I ain't mad at that. Yeah. I ain't mad at that.
So that's how I approach it with J. Cole. I know why I listen to J. Cole. And I know what I like from J. Cole and what I like to hear. So I'm going into it thinking about J. Cole.
That changed my perspective. I like that.
I was saying anything about the fact that like
with the
you said that you listen to it with listen to music differently than you did when you were younger, right? And a lot of times I think we try to say like we want music like this, or why is no positive music? Because music is so influential, and then it's like when we get stuff, it's like we don't want to hear it. Niggas don't want to digest it. Like, it's boring.
And it's too many white people. It's too many white people commenting on hip hop. and I'll say that to the day I die, because you got white boys comfortable calling Doechii Harriet Tubman raps.
I'm sorry, what?
Shit like that has infiltrated our community and has also, I think also white people have made hip hop into this numbers game as well. And I also really hate that, because why are we talking about numbers when nobody broke records? Like, I feel like that's the only time we need to talk about some numbers is when somebody really broke a record. Like, yeah, let's acknowledge that. But beyond that, I don't give a fuck how many albums this sold. Did I like it? Did you like it? What did it move for the culture? Well,
Yeah,
them
that's
white
what's getting on my
people,
nerves,
them
too.
white boys came in here, started to discuss and create all these talking points behind hip hop, and wasn't raised on hip hop. They discovered hip hop, and you're a spectator. And now all of their talking points have entered the mainstream, and it's just that's a huge issue as well, for sure.
Well, yeah, I like that. In that case, Alex, I think
You're gonna just have to cross.
I think you're right. I think given perspective based on compared to like J. Cole, it was good.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said the second listen, because again, I went start to bottom. I'm like, all right, first time, I'm like, I'm thinking maybe because again, like you, like I'm comparing it to responding to Kendrick, like what Kendrick did with GNX, right? Comparing it to what I'm expecting from Iceman.
You expected there to
Like,
be a little bit of commentary on
not
that
necessarily
whole thing.
commentary, but it's like, okay, this is my last album.
It's rap, yeah.
But given the landscape of the
Everything
dialogue that
happened.
you've been in and everything in that
Yeah.
capacity, it was like I'm putting you up against that tier. GNX just won four Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this going to win you 4 Grammys? Right? Like, that's the first listen. But then after listening to it the second time, I'm like, this is a strong Cole album.
Well, also,
Like,
I'm sorry, bro.
Like-
I'm tired of J. Cole with this soft ass shit. Where is the fucking competitiveness?
It's not necessary. That's just not him.
But it is him.
But the thing, in this moment, in present right now, right? Because the album is recent. The album didn't come out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's coming out today.
Right.
I think I would have been kind of like, nigga, we don't
Confused.
care.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I would have heard him respond, first of all, he's already responded, right? Whether it was good or not, whether we cared or not, he already responded.
he did respond.
So
He rescinded.
I
why
thought it
would
was
you?
good.
But why would you do it now on your album? That's supposed to be your last album.
But not even respond
I would
to
have been. I personally would have been like,
but
why
not,
did you just
not
add
even
it in
respond to Kendrick or Drake, right? Just like talk about the reflection of it, or
He
you know what
did.
I'm saying?
I was gonna say
He
I
said
feel like he
it.
did that.
He addressed it in
the mixtape.
not just the mixtape. Like, he even talked about it in I Think I Love Her Again, where he was talking about like the how hip hop had them two going at it and things of that nature. And he was like, "You lied to me too." Like,
Yeah.
Is that the one when he
addressed
talking about Biggie and Pac?
No, so he talked about Biggie and Pac, but I Love Her Again.
My phone, what is that?
I think
Okay.
I think that his position also in all of these things was always kind of like the
I know, I see
bystander
it.
almost. Like, he was always kind of the bystander, but then he kind of got a little hit, but that kind of happens when you're the bystander. So I think that, like, as much as he gave us was as much as he was involved too. Like, I didn't expect more than that.
That's a
If he
good
would have,
point.
and if he would have gave more than that, I would have been kind of like, you're dragging it.
Now it's not the time.
But
Like, when you had the
I'm not
opportunity
saying.
to.
See, I'm not
Yes.
saying like respond to them, but even like show. One thing I love about Drake, right? He always shows us that his ear is to the streets. I love that, right? Because it makes us feel validated. It makes us feel like, you know what I'm saying? So J. Cole is like, bro, you're talking about back home, and I get it. Like, this album was really centered around Fayetteville, and it's like, I understand it, but like, bro, it's like, you're out of touch almost, right? Like, not even saying respond to Kendrick, respond to Drake, but respond to the people talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally love that about Drake. And even when Kendrick
But
Lamar,
what'd you just say?
Drake,
Right.
it's not Kendrick.
I don't think Cole
I mean,
has
it's not
ever.
Cole.
I don't think Cole has ever been that. J. Cole has always been like, I'm gonna say what I want to say in this moment about what I'm thinking, about what I'm reflecting on, and like, even if people think that it's pretentious of him, you know, I'm turning in the car, I'm riding my bike,
But
I'm growing my hair, I'm doing this. I'm not gonna submit this to the Grammys. I'm gonna do my own lane. I think that, again, that's why people fell in love with him.
But we seen him talk about things before,
Right.
Like, we seen him talking about the false idols. We seen him talking about letting Nas. Like, we seen him address things, and I like just address things to show us that you still tapped in with hip hop. Like I think that's a part of hip hop.
Yeah, I just don't think that was what this album was for.
Yeah, and I'm with you. And I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that's just I would love to
That's
hear.
what you wanted to hear.
Yeah, like that's really it.
I'm interested to hear his like, because he didn't really do like a.
Because the mixtape he did it on one of the songs.
What?
And I thought it was dope. The DJ Clue mixtape, the song.
Well, maybe that was that moment.
Yeah, that's probably why he did that.
I'm gonna show y'all that I got
Right, because I'm not gonna put this on my damn album.
I'm not talking about this. This one, y'all
Let
get this
me give you this little boo boo boo, and let me get back to my album.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
I'm not.
Yeah.
If I look at it from that perspective, I'm not mad about it.
That's
because that was
how
a part
I
of the
feel.
rollout, and he wasn't really. Well, from what I gather, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't see him doing like interviews or things of that nature to roll out this.
No.
So I'm interested to hear.
And I
where
will
his mind
say,
was.
Cole, if you're listening, I do want that. No shade. Get in the field.
Bro, even if you do one, like
I need an interview.
He did the Angie Martinez interview a long time ago.
A while
and it
ago,
was
and
amazing.
it was really good. I need another one.
Bro, it's like, what's up with y'all not want? Like, bro, come on, man. Like, I understand. It's one thing. Like, if you Jay-Z, you consistent with it. We know that you don't fuck with the media. Like, you don't. We know
but
that.
even Jay-Z has had his interviews and his moments. I think that it's just
early.
Not even like. It wasn't that long ago he was on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, and then he did the thing
he was
with
bald-headed, so maybe
Letterman, I think, and he talked about the Beyonce shit. Yeah.
I think that they just, and I mean, this is an outsider speaking, looking in. I think you just get to a place where it's like, I want to, because Beyonce does the same thing. Beyonce has done a lot of interviews. She's done a whole documentary discussing all her things. I think you just kind of get to the point, especially being so picked over, that's like, I don't want to keep having to answer questions. My music is my answer. My music is what I have to say. And my art, go to the art. And I get that and I appreciate too. But I think as a selfish fan, fuck that. I want to hear you talk to me.
And that's why
I'm begging.
And this is and this might hurt young creators, right? But this is why you don't need the big interviewer no more. This is why it kills that, because you can literally just go do a podcast with your friend. And we still gonna we probably get a more vulnerable. I just want to hear you, bro.
Yeah,
like
you don't
have to go to radio. Like
I agree.
Just go pop it with your homie just so we can hear it. And like, I might not get it as somebody that's been doing interviews at a Breakfast Club. And we gonna be frustrated about that, but I think that works.
And I will say to the upcomers, this is no shade, but y'all are not Jay-Z and Beyonce and Cole. Y'all do need to get in that field and do the rollouts and do the interviews.
Yeah,
I don't know why y'all think y'all can do sneak drops, no media and all this. Baby, you are not there yet. You need to build your career. You need to build your audience. You need to get to the point where you can take a step back. We need to get back to our roots. We need the TRLs, okay? You need to get in the street, get in the mud, and hit the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, it's different. I think because social media. Now everybody thinks you just posted and it's like you get on TikTok. All I have to do is make a TikTok song.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
need to
get it trending, make a little dance and everything. So it has changed the algorithm in a sense of like what a rollout looks like.
Yeah.
But you still see people like Kanye doing a rollout and still.
Hello.
I hate that.
I don't think that was a part of his. Okay, let's talk about it. I don't think that was a part of his rollout.
And if it wasn't, he should have did that last year. Then.
I don't think it was part of his rollout.
He should have did it last year.
I think it was a
it
little
had
bit
to
both.
be.
I don't think it was a part of his rollout.
So
apology.
So what I will say is, if it's not a part of his rollout, it's bad optics. Because I don't want to. Like, I see the apology and I'm like, damn, that's dope. But once I see a album come, it's like, man, come on, what the fuck?
But I said
I can't take it serious.
I said, bro, we're getting the album. But he had announced the album was going to drop this year before he apologized.
He did. I think that, unfortunately, when it comes to apologies, we won't know until we know. And so that's why I say I think it could be a little bit of both. And no shade, that's kind of, it's not a bad thing. I think the same thing could be said about Tyler, the Creator, when he was coming out with his last two albums, that he was getting a lot of criticism because of the way in which he was kind of denouncing his old fan base. But it's like, but you built this up, and like we want you to acknowledge it. And I think that he did well acknowledging in the way that I'm not going to go on an apology tour, but I will acknowledge it in my music. I will acknowledge it in the way that I present myself. And people who love him in his present way, I think that it's kind of like, well, you did kind of facilitate that, as a space. So I want to hold on to you, but I'm also kind of like, And I think the same can be said for Kanye. Kanye, we was there for you from the beginning, and you alienated us, and you want us to still be with you. We're not going to do that without these things. And I think that whether it's PR or not, same thing I feel with Kai Cenat reading on live. It is performative, whether you want to admit it or not. It is. It doesn't mean that it's not positive, though. It doesn't mean it's not doing something well. And so I think that him acknowledging the wrong is a step. It's necessary. Whether or not people believe it or not. And if you don't believe it, you're not wrong either. And if you don't accept it, you're not wrong. Because if you were hurt, if you were affected, Kanye was my absolute favorite rapper. Like, I loved Kanye. Down. Love him as an artist, right? And it is so hurtful to see him talk about his people in that way, knowing you the same nigga who got up there and said George Bush don't care about black people in the height of Katrina. I'm remembering that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Set the standard,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You set the standard for what it meant to be an artist and to talk about the shit that was going on. And so I think we all, and the thing is that really pisses me off about Kanye is we actually held so much space for you. We actually gave you so much grace because we're like, nah, come on, you know that nigga's a genius, bro.
Yo, and we, yes.
There's
Donda, bro. He's probably one of the only people that we really was like,
for real,
leaving the door open, like,
yes.
yo, just come.
His
just
mama died, y'all.
Yeah.
He got an accident. His mama died. Like, y'all know he bipolar. Like, he just, like, for real, y'all, it's the bigger plan. It's really, he playing chess.
And he just kept doing
and guess what's happening, y'all?
Even
the
with
same
the hat,
shit with
though.
Nicki.
Even with the hat.
No.
What I'm saying is,
You said what?
no. Listen, what I'm saying. The same thing is happening with Nicki as far as her fans. They're holding someone. They're like, no, it's a bigger plan. And I'm like, okay.
So maybe because
and so I've been here before. It's the first time.
Maybe I'm not big enough like Nicki fan because I do believe I'm a Nicki fan.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it's the same because I see so many people speaking against Nicki. With Ye, I can't say it's the same because he would do the most outlandish stuff like the even with the hat. He threw the hat on niggas and still like, hold up.
Nigga was in a Klan uniform.
We like, hold up. We still was like, hold up.
You know what I mean? Like that's pretty down bad. No. You are mistaken if you think that everyone has alienated Nicki Minaj. I promise you.
No, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying I feel like with Ye,
I don't think you're understanding. Baby, them barbs are refueled like ever. Now she has definitely abandoned a huge part of her base for sure. I think you are misunderstanding the power of the barbs, baby.
Okay, maybe.
The barbs have been like...
There needs to be a study.
They have been rejuvenated. It's that, I'm with Mother more than ever. She has an extreme plan that you are just too small-minded to understand. It's a grand scheme that Todd set up, and you will understand later because she's playing chess. I promise you that those conversations are happening.
Yeah, it's just hard because I know Ye, he was doing the most down bad thing, and I'm still like, nah, bro, hold up. Like, maybe.
I think, honestly, and this is crazy, but it is what it is. The thing that saved Kanye in comparison to Nicki is Kanye showed clear signs of mental distress along with his random antics, right? And because he does have bipolar disorder, BPD, whatever the diagnosis is, it comes in ebbs and flows, right? There's those manic episodes when you're the high, you're all these things. Then there's the depressive low state where he's feeling like, well, it was me. With Nicki, she's been so much like, fuck you, I'm Nicki Minaj, and I stand with Donald Trump, and I love everything he's doing, and I hate the blacks, and fuck Jay-Z. You know, it's kind of like, it just is what it is. So I don't know if she's going to be able to recover from this.
So maybe, playing the advocate that we don't need, right? Maybe it is some type of plan because you can't be that crazy.
Talking about Nicki?
Yeah, like you can't be that fucking.
My thing is, what could it be? Because anything that,
I don't know.
like you can come sit down. Oh, okay.
All right, you go.
We'll see you later. Oh, the I guess the theories that I've seen from the Barbs, like every one of them, I'm kind of like, okay, like let's say that that's the thing. You think that this is the only way she could have gotten that? So, for example, one of the theories they're saying is like, oh, she's trying to get a pardon for her husband. Her husband's out of jail. He's not in jail. He already did the crime for the rape that he committed. And I'll say it. There's no alleged. He already went to jail and served the time for the rape of that lady. So say he gets a pardon now. Okay, what happens now? He's taken off the registry. Does that erase what have already happened? And what we already know? Oh, it's going to erase our memory. Okay. What is that going to do? Okay, say it's going to give a pardon to her brother who's serving time in jail for rape, molestation. What is that going to do now? Get him out of jail? Okay, now what? We already know he did the rape and molestation. It's not going to change the public perception. Okay, she's doing all this so she can get some citizenship. Are we serious? She's tarnishing her entire career and legacy for some citizenship?
That's kind of like...
Can't be.
That's kind of like not to fast forward, but like Bud talking to Channing Crowder, right? It's like, would you sell your soul for $1 million? And I mean, $100 million, and it's like
to your character.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not.
That was funny.
Me personally, and y'all can treat me like y'all treat Channing. If that's the case, to whom much like it's to I don't know the exact word, but I wouldn't. I'll be like, you know what? Okay, that's what I would say. Like you might not agree with it, but I'm like, all right, okay. At least you
can
have
understand.
At least you have a reason.
Actually, can't understand it.
I'm just saying, at least you have a reason. If you're doing that let's say if you're doing that at a party, your husband, you love your husband so much.
Everybody has a reason for everything.
But I'm saying, if you're doing that at the
it
party,
doesn't make it anything.
So for me, if you're doing that at the party, your husband, I respect that you love somebody that much. If you're doing that to pardon your brother, at least you're willing to go. You're willing to do something downright dirty just to help your brother. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
So if you're looking at it from the perspective of like, if that's
the case,
if you're willing to sacrifice your career for the people that you love,
I'm not mad at that.
Sure, but here's the thing.
But
if her people were convicted of things that were not rape and molestation, maybe I can understand you trying to do everything you can to help them out. But these were the things that they were convicted of.
No, and you're right. The thing is, you're right.
So it's like, I mean,
I'm with you. My only thing is not really pushback at all, but my only thing is we have different levels of forgiveness and grace that we give people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's people who change, right? They want somebody to love them, right? So if you're my wife and you know my past and you love me for that and you're going that hard to really help me out, I salute that. Would I do it? I think
it's obvious she loves him because when his victim came out a couple years ago, she assisted in trying to shush her and threatening her. So I think it's clear that she loves her husband.
Listen. I'm just saying if that's what you do it for, I'll have more. I'll understand it. But if it's
and guess what? We still don't know her reason.
We don't. Fact,
these are barb theories, mind you. These are barb theories. But she's getting up there.
I'm hoping is that though. I really hope it's that.
And what all we have is as concrete evidence is what she's telling us. Yeah. And so that's what we should move on right now. Yeah. What she's telling us is black community ain't shit. Yeah. Immigrants ain't shit. Gay folks ain't shit. Trans folks ain't shit. So I'm gonna rock with who rocking with me, and right now that's MAGA.
What do you think about the conversation? And both of y'all, and I'll probably go mute after I ask the question. What do y'all think about the conversation that is it Republicans or I don't know exactly what party is pushing this narrative that if you own a home, then you can't care about the immigrants that much because you didn't ask for permission to own a home on this land. So basically, I seen this video where Jason Lee was going
talking about because we're living on stolen land.
Yeah, what do y'all think about?
I think it's a cop out. It's a cop out, is what it is. Especially if you're talking to black folks, because you're not going to sit here and talk to me and talk down on me about the condition in which I'm living in this country when our ancestors didn't ask to be here, right? Yeah. But we're here now. We got to also operate in the present tense, right? Yes, this is stolen land. However, there's a lot of nuance to that statement, and especially when we're talking about Black Americans. We are products of colonization, right? We are products of chattel slavery. And I think that we are operating within the system because we have no choice. And so to tell Black folks that we can't care about the harmful issues happening with immigrants because we live on stolen land is ridiculous. And I think that that's just a defense mechanism. It's a deflection. You don't want to have the real conversation.
You don't want to have to deal with the responsibility
or
the social responsibility to engage with that. So it's an easy cop out, right? Because at the end of the day, if you think about it from like my family are immigrants, you know what I'm saying? TPS would have gotten suspended on Wednesday, then some of my family members could have gotten deported. You know what I'm saying? Very much something that I have to think of, can we speak Creole? Is that something? Because my parents are citizens. They are now citizens. They have gone through the process. They're American citizens. But it's like,
it seems like that doesn't matter anymore.
Do you even, do you even want to risk it? Can you speak? It's kind of really back Nazi Germany. You know what I'm saying? Like certain giveaways. But I think socially, if you think about it from the standpoint of okay, yes, we are on stolen land. Yes, but the nuanced perspective that you just gave, we were forced here. One, but then two, we also understand the domino effect of things that are not addressed in how you can move the norm from something that is in the middle to very far right if you don't address it in that moment.
So
you know what I'm saying? Like it is the pebble that will move that will start the avalanche, and you will not understand how dire it is until you have
especially when you look at and especially when you look at the fact that there are indigenous reservations currently, right? Although there are they're very few and far in between. They're very few and far in between. They have their own issues. They have their own systemic issues that they are consistently fighting for. All of that agreed. We do not have that. So I think that to look at us in the face and to make it seem like we are contributing to the oppression of natives, that's just not true. It's not historically accurate. That's not what's happening.
Bro, I've been to one and it was super eye-opening. They deal with things like just trying to eat fucking decent food. Like,
MREs and
bro,
stuff
it's insane. Like, I'm like, yo, give me goosebumps thinking, because like I'm thinking bro, it's bad, bro. Like they dying from like diabetes because they don't even have, like, we overconsume. We eating like because we're greedy and, like, you know what I'm saying, we don't have no discipline. These people are eating this shit because they don't have a choice.
The food deserts there are like to another level and things of that nature.
Bro, I'm listening to these people talk. Like,
they have extreme addiction issues as well. It's a lot, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate having certain conversations with certain people because they especially even if, because I don't have conversations with Republicans. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. I'm not even finna sit here and try to explain to you why Black people need rights. We're not doing that. When I'm talking to Democrats, specifically people who are the vote blue no matter who's, who are very centrist, very moderate Democrats, they a lot of the times are very frustrating to have conversations with because they are so hell-bent on keeping the status quo. They don't want to progress beyond where they are right now because they have this thought that where they are is enough. And it's like, if you're not consistently trying to progress, then you are going to be okay with reverting. And that's what's happening right now.
So can I ask y'all
to being Republican?
Let me ask you this then. Can we make sense of that? Because I don't even understand the argument of if you live on stolen, like you own a home on stolen land. Like what else would happen? Like what? I don't even understand.
That's why it's a deflection, because there's a little bit of it's a
What's
little
the
contradictory,
argument?
right?
Okay.
So yes, the entire country is stolen land. We already know about in 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. We know the story, right? But you also have to think about where we are again present day. We as a society, it's a very complicated thing. It's a complicated statement. Although it's true, we do own homes, and it's the irony of us owning a home on stolen land is there. It doesn't also take away the 4, 5, 6 generations of Black people that have been here. What are we to do? Not own a home? And I think it's also another talking point to kind of just, again, who are you talking to when you're having this conversation? Black people? What do you want us to do? No longer own homes on this land, so it's okay for white people to own homes and say, what are we going to do?
So what is
completely
the response
uproot it?
to then? Like, why would? Because I heard Jason Lee, but I don't like. What would the response be to? Maybe you could pull up. That
I was gonna say,
clip.
what was his point in bringing that up? Was he trying to?
Well, he didn't bring it up. He was like, people loved the clip because I guess he was really holding his own. And then the lady was like, "Let me ask you a question. Do you own a home here?" And he like, first of all, that's irrelevant. Let's see if you can find a clip. It might be. My phone's about to die. Maybe if you go to Jason Lee, he's on some panel. I forgot the white guy name. He's always on some controversial shit. Forgot the white guy name. There's a panel of them. Like maybe 5 of them. Alex, I don't know if you can pull it up.
Trying to see.
Shit, my phone is about to die. But yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, I'm just, at least so I can have an understanding. I can get ahead of it if somebody try to throw it to me. I don't understand that. Like, why does that?
So here's what I'll say, like, because it may not even matter, because you said specifically somebody tried to throw it at you.
Here you go. Is it this one?
Let me see. Yes.
In case we forgot that, he's a celebrity that used his celebrity to become president, and his movement, Make America Great Again, is really about making America racist. racist again. If you want to talk about stolen land and just ignore what happened to the Native Americans, ignore what happened to black people in our country, to do that would be siding with the oppressors. And I will tell you, like, I'm not one to say that celebrities should matter, but this is the same president that just used Nicki Minaj to come from her home in Calabasas that was on its way to foreclosure or her being evicted, to come to an event to propel whatever message he wanted to get out there in front of the Epstein files. We have a president right now who throws Christianity, who uses every weapon of mass distraction in order to make the American people in the world forget the fact that he was hanging on a jet with Jeffrey Epstein, sitting over there on the island, and all the documents that have been released show that all the pedo sympathizers, even on this show, defending Donald Trump, have a lot that they don't want to be accountable for. So I'm not gonna, be distracted by the narrative that Bad Bunny talking about out ICE is some way more important than the fact that most of us have sat by and watched the genocide in Gaza and have sided with a pedophile.
Okay, Jason, you ate that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, there's somebody else waiting to talk. We can get into questions later because I'm
Wait,
ready for whatever you
No,
guys
actually,
say.
it's a good question. It's a good question.
What was the question?
Do you own private property in the United States?
What I own has nothing to do. It's almost as relevant as you sitting in the Grammys singing along to all the artists and using a moment to go get clout for the world to see you. I don't
So
know
you don't want to
never seen
answer
you. I
the
know
question?
Tommy.
Classic
But
liberal response.
it doesn't
I'm
matter.
sure you
Listen,
own a home,
the
and
thing
I'm
is
sure
you
you
have to
did not
understand
check if the Native
that
American had
slavery is
previously owned
over.
the land.
Slavery is
And you
over.
are part of the
Listen,
Billie Eilish
slavery is
camp
over,
that will
and
say
you
that
don't
there's no
control
illegals
what
on
I do.
stolen land,
But
you
you know
live in
what?
the
Let's
stolen
talk
land.
about the.
You
Let's
live
talk
in the
about the
stolen
fact
land.
that immigrants.
So
I get. So basically, she's trying to allude to
deflect. No, she's
we're-
trying to deflect. And I'm going to say that importantly because this is what a lot of those people do, because what they're trying to do is not answer the question and they want to try to create a distraction point. So now it creates an argument. They do this every single time. You don't have a point because you don't have an answer to that, because you know everything that Jason just said was facts. So let me just throw something completely out there to make you be flustered so we can argue. She didn't have a point because there is no point. That was a deflection. And then she tried to use what Billie Eilish said, but those two things actually didn't equate. What she said was, no one can be illegal on stolen land, which is a fact. Because what they do is they call people illegal aliens. They dehumanize them so that they can justify treating them poorly. And what she's doing is calling out the irony about being on stolen land. How you gonna call somebody an illegal immigrant when we all ain't even supposed to be here? So everybody shut the hell up. That's the kind of the point. And so when people start, and that's why I don't debate with Republicans, and I never will, because I'm not going to sit here and allow you to deflect, because I'm gonna smack you in your mouth. That's where it's gonna go, because now you're trying to be funny. You're trying to get a rise out of me, and I'm gonna give you exactly what you're looking for. I don't debate with people who don't see the humanity in other people, and that's the type of shit that frustrates me. Like, and I get the point in having those debates, right? But when you're debating people who are there for, was that Tommy Lauren?
It looked like her, but
That's that type of
let me be
bitch.
sure.
Them type of hoes, they are there to cause issues. They're not there to have actual political debate, because if they were, they would have at least attempted to answer the question and then bring their point in. They are there to cause issues. They are there to make the quote unquote liberals angry so they can say, typical liberal, typical snowflake, you guys can't do this. But when they are approached with very obvious facts, what they will do is just simply deny them, deny and deflect. That's all they do. And that's why I will not ever participate in debates with those kind of people. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, no, I get it. I think I understand what she was
Emily Austin.
attempting to do, but no, okay.
No,
I just wanted to clear that up. I didn't.
No, I mean it's a great discussion point, because like what you just said about all of us being on stolen land is something that we should definitely take into consideration. That is definitely something that we should be able to see the humanity in other people that are seeking the same way that your white oppressing ancestors seek to go to new land for what? An opportunity to be better and colonize a place that we forget that. We forget that the reason why new opportunity. You know what I'm saying? My forefathers stole land so that for a better
Manifest
opportunity.
destiny even.
So when somebody else does it, oh, you're taking our job. But yet this is the system that you all created.
Right. I thought y'all liked that though.
And it sucks though, right? Because like even under TPS, like when you think about it from like the 200,000 Haitians or 400,000 Haitians that came here, it was to boost our economy. Because the jobs that you are saying that were being taken, we're not being filled.
The thing is,
Like,
economists have already explained time and time again that immigration boosts our economy and it's good for our economy. The thing is, immigration is not a systemic issue as the Republicans make it seem. We know that to be true. And that's what also frustrates me again about Democrats, because instead of fighting the issues with facts, they will be like, well, this is just not the way we should do it. No, we shouldn't be doing it at all.
Well, this is the thing about the Democratic Party. I've said this time and time again, is messaging.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and they're weak.
Even going down to like, you showed it. We talked about it in the meeting. We'll get to the conversation about Donald Trump's mishap with the deepfake video. Was like, and I pray that I used that term correctly. Mm-hmm. But during Black History Month, you have an image of him putting out the Obamas and on chimpanzee bodies. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He didn't apologize. You know what I'm saying? The messaging is clear. It's like, I don't think I was wrong. Mm-hmm. Like, you need people that are just as resilient. Now, there is one person that I would say that is a great representative for that, and that is Representative Jasmine Crockett. Mm-hmm. Now, that's somebody that I believe, like, she is, I said what I said, but you need that the whole party to be that emboldened. Mm-hmm. The problem is, I feel like when you look at the spectrum of liberals and where you fall on that category, on that plane, compared to conservatives, it's like the Democratic side is like this,
yes,
and the Republican side is like this.
And here's why. Because of neoliberalism, which stems from capitalism. A lot of the Democrats still want to uphold capitalism just as much as the Republicans. So because of that, there's going to be conflicting issues when it comes to certain social programming that we want to uproot and change. There's a reason that they continuously uplift these certain things, because they are just as much benefiting from those lobbyists as the Republicans do.
For sure.
And so it's like, you're not about to sit here and tell me that you want to change this, because I don't believe you want to change this, because I know you don't want to change this, because I know who in your pocket.
And it's open like that. It's open information. Like, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So you can go and you can go online and look at the top lobbyists for each campaign. Like, each
you can see who contributes to the campaigns of these people. And I think that that's something that we need to do way more than talking about the policies. Because the thing is, they lie. Like, we already know politicians lie, but let me tell you how egregious they will lie. They will get up here on the podium, especially during a campaign season, and be like, listen, we need to defund the police. I agree with you. Let's defund the police. But then you go in their track record and see who's donating to their fund.
The New York Police Department is your number one funder.
So you're a liar. And that's how I know as soon as you get in there, and it's like, well, it's more complicated than that. We need policing. Do we? Because the stats show. And that's why I asked that to that congressman when I asked him, hey, we actually have studies, data, information that shows that actually defunding the police is more beneficial in this way and this way. But then it's like, well, see, actually, if you ask one of my constituents, when I had this one time I had a conversation with this one person, they told me they really wanted the police in there. I don't give a fuck what that one person told you. Let's look at the data. Let's look at the data. Let's look at the data. I'm always going to go to the data. I'm always going to go there, because you cannot dispute that. That they always want to be like, well, we're doing the best we can. Are you?
Defund the police conversation is always an interesting one to me, because I think that a lot of people fail to realize like what that means. Like, I think people confuse defunding with abolishing.
They do.
And I think that's the thing that it's like, no, we're just going to reallocate the resources to other things that can improve and better the community. But as soon as you hear defund, it's like, we're shutting down
rid
police.
of it.
And it's like, well, we need more police officers.
It's like, no, we need more community policing. We need more understanding of like, how can you have conflict resolution between a situation? We need more mental health
we need more resources
on the ground. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you're paying, it's just kind of like when you look at the defense fund for the country. Trillions of dollars.
All of a sudden, we got money. But no one ever asks where that money comes from. The moment you say you want to raise the minimum wage or you want to have universal health care, where are we going to get that money? You don't ask when we're sending billions and trillions to Israel for their universal health care.
Or that's the part that kind of throws me off. It's just like, we print money when it needs to be done, but when it's time,
I will get angry. I get angry every time I talk about this, because it's like, we actually can. That's the thing. I hate these talking points so badly, because it's never about what can we do. It's about what we're just not going to do. And that's my biggest gripe with Democrats. And that's why I say they're weak and they're puss, because They are just as susceptible to bribery as the Republicans. They do the same thing. They just have a little bit more favorable policies they put in place. That's it. But they refuse to do the things that they know will change because they don't want to lose out on that money.
Well,
But it also is because the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we were talking, this is Baltimore City, right? So my dean broke it down to me. He was like, a lot of times while we see black people, black candidates and problems because of that money on.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you look at a Jewish candidate or let's say or Arabic candidate or something like that. Their community put their money together.
Mm-hmm.
We're backing this person.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't be bought out.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, a lot of times within our community or the Democratic Party in general, but let's say we're talking about our community in particular, where we normally come from situations where they're not favorable for us to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So now somebody gives you a shiny dollar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, like I ain't never seen this type of money before. So then that decision starts to fester in your, you know, it's swaying now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate because it's like systemic racism runs so deep that like you don't even like the way that cycle kicks in.
Yeah.
You don't even know at what point you are in because you could really go in trying to do something good.
Yeah.
But then again, like
it
you
happens
said,
all the time, and the thing is like
the right
you're
person comes to
also when it comes to like when it comes to the Democratic Party as a whole, right? We're talking about the House of Representatives. We're talking about the Senate. We're talking about the mayors. We're talking about the convention, right? It's a lot of people. And those really, really progressive people that are in there are in the minority. So they do not have the backing, right? And then we even talk about, like, there's so many systemic issues within it. Even when we talk about lobbying, there are some really good lobbies out there who are trying to implement these policies. The thing is, they don't have the money because they're usually nonprofits. Nonprofits simply do not have the infrastructure and money that the other ones do, like an NRA. NRA got all these goddamn money. These super PACs got so much money. It's insane. So it's hard to compete. But what I think can help is that if you at least had the support of the party, that can do so much for you. But what happened is they will suppress those people. And it happens every single time. It's frustrating because the way that AOC does not get the type of support that she needs, the way that Ilmar, what's her name? She does not get the support. They'll do simple stuff like tweet like, this should not have happened to but y'all helping it happen because y'all do not support her.
You're talking about when she got
Yes. The most that they'll do is tweet and be like, this should never happen. We need to. Shut the fuck up. The reason that stuff like that can happen is because y'all do not support her. She is out there pushing out socialist things, right? Policies that will help everybody. But the actual party system in itself is not helping her. The Democrats will suppress those people who are trying to do good work because it's going to mess up their bag. And that's the frustrating part.
Do you feel like there is an ism that can really, because you say socialist, like I was just curious, do you feel like that is the answer to America?
I think that
I don't know.
I don't
think there is.
I don't think there is a one size fits all thing that can just fix all the things. I do, however, think when we're talking about what's a realistic thing that we can do within the next couple of years, I do think that we need to divest in capitalism from certain social programs. Education and healthcare are the first two that come to mind because it's the easiest, because we already do it in some way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. So if you do that universally, it's way easier than kind of divesting from, as a radical, thinking that we should abolish police. I know that that's not something we can do tomorrow in the next 10 years even, right? That's not realistic in our society as it is. But I do think that there are steps we can take that pull from a socialist standpoint that can absolutely help. And I know that we can do that because we have that model within the military and it works just fine. Mm-hmm. They work on a socialist model, but that's something they don't want to tell you. The biggest issue with socialism right now is not socialism itself, it's the propaganda that America has against socialism and communism. Because what we have been taught for years and years and years is it looks really good on paper, but it doesn't work out. Because even when you talk about these countries that have issues that work within these communist or socialist programming, it's not the socialism or communism that's broken, it's the leadership. So we're going to always have issues. Even when you look at China, for example, do you know how stellar their healthcare is? Do you know that you can go, anybody without insurance, to go to the doctor for what, $7? And be seen in 15 minutes? So it's the pushback that socialism just doesn't work ever amongst any institution is just not true. The thing is, we are a for-profit country, but in order for things to be for-profit, a little bit of people have to make money and a lot of people have to be exploited. It's always going to be like that. So I think if we start with certain institutions and start it slowly, I think that you'll start to see the benefits of it and people will, understand it. We use these terms often, especially in intellectual conversations, but I understand that people don't understand them and it's going to go in one ear out the other, which is why I also think that we need to disband the two-party system. I have That's
hard. I mean, I
and
hear
I know
you.
It's
right, hard though.
Right.
But
and I know it's not going to be, but the reason I know this to be true is if we had no party system, right, and we just had candidates, you cannot use any of these party languages, right? You cannot say Republican. You cannot say Democrat. You cannot say so. If you just came up here, right, and said, these are the things that I want to do for this country.
You look at the qualifications of the individual.
I guarantee you, the majority of the people in this country will vote for somebody who is way more progressive because it is, by definition, more for the people. But what happens is we have the two-party system, so you're automatically separating these people. And then you have the strategies by these people, right? By these parties. One is invoking fear and bigotry. One is talking about more social programs, but it's also a little bit elitist. It's always going to be that way. That's why I don't think we should have the two-party system, which most people honestly probably still agree with, but we don't have an infrastructure or way to
combat it.
Exactly.
There isn't. Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm just I was gonna say, okay, guys, let's not be selfish here. But it's needed. God damn.
My bad. I be going in.
Shaq and Kobe, God, Kobe and Shaq. Fuck, can we leave us some? God damn. Carried the whole fucking shit. I knew I was gonna go there though, but girl,
I missed everything. I don't even know where it started. I said,
I don't know where
I
it
just asked
started.
the question about fucking immigrants and us living on.
These are loaded. These are loaded topics.
Yeah, I see.
There's no easy answers.
Hey, that's why I let it rock.
What's your take?
Look, I don't even have. Nigga, you're not about to get me. Hey, I know my place. Damn, I don't even know. I think that's part of the problem, though.
Not being aware.
Yeah, I think it goes back to even slavery. Not even slavery, but when they say you want to hide some information from a black person, you put it in a book. No, I mean it's just because
crying.
I'm listening to y'all and it's damn, I feel bad. It's I want to go do some fucking research because I don't even know, and I know it's so many people that's probably like me that don't even know. So it's we're probably not even thinking about it like that. But if we had more people that did know the information
that's because people don't know that. People don't think that it concerns them.
Yeah. So if we had more people that was really dived into the information, we probably could make a change. But it's not enough.
But why do you think that you learned so much about it?
Great question. My dad is very much fuck this. He's very vocal about systemic racism in general. I grew up listening to him cuss out white people like that. So I was very aware of before I knew what was going on, I knew that we're different. You know what I'm saying? I do know that
something ain't right.
Because he calls them crackers. I do know there's something.
Don't cancel your daddy.
No. I could call him that too. I never gave a damn. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on, right? There was something there. So that was present. Honestly, when I moved from Texas to Georgia, there was a very obvious difference for me because I grew up in a area that was brown and black. Very, mind you, even though it was very black and brown, it was still very much Texas. And if you know Texas, Texas is very pro-America. So there was a lot of pro-American propaganda. You know what I'm saying? It was very much like that. But when I moved here to Georgia, I felt an immediate difference of my blackness because even though there were other black kids in school, they were not as aware of their blackness as I was. And so I was like, this is different. Y'all didn't hear what that white boy just said. That, for me, that was my position. I was always still very much othered because I was very vocal about white folks being white. And I'm like, y'all don't think that's weird? And even though like the black people still wanted to assimilate in that way. So that kind of like made me very aware of just like differences.
Hold on. So wait. So one point is your dad. And then the other thing is it the moving from, or is it the experience living as a black kid in that area?
I guess both. Cause like I said, when I was in Texas, I was surrounded by mostly like family and black people. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then going to a predominantly white school and area, it's like, oh, okay. Right. But then I guess as far as like political stuff, genuinely, like my parents both have always like watched the news just in general. They gonna watch the news as soon as they get home. And so when we were at the dinner table and stuff like that, I did kind of have a little cliche family. We ate dinner together all the time, right? And so when we're eating dinner, they're watching the news and they talk about it too, just like outwardly. Not even like in a way of like, today we're talking about this, kids. It's just like they're literally commenting on the stuff that's happening on the news. Like, and I would just listen. Exactly. Exactly. So I think that kind of just like subconsciously like entered my zeitgeist or whatever. But as we progressed, honestly, one of the things that really opened my eyes was Trayvon Martin's situation.
Yep, I already knew it.
And when that happened, specifically because of the way it happened, not even, it's crazy, not even just his murder and his trial. It was specifically how everybody reacted to it in my school. It wasn't this, I'm thinking everybody gonna be on the same like, oh my God, this is fucking crazy. No, it was not like that. So I was like, oh my God, y'all really don't give a fuck. I'm talking about one of the white girls in my school tweeted something along the lines of, he deserved it. Oh. And it caused a huge rift in my school. I'm talking about, baby, we was segregated so much so that the white kids almost, Decula. The High School.
Okay, I'm about to say, I'm talking about high school or...
Yeah, this is high school. Okay. So much so that our senior year, some of the white kids damn near tried to have a segregated prom. It really got like that. So I'm like, what the fuck? And because of that, because of his trial, we were immediately all like on the news, like every single day. I remember watching the trial every single day. I would come home from school, I'm talking about it. So I think that like poured into me. And then on top of that, when I graduated, I specifically wanted to go to a black school because I was tired of dealing with the white folks. So when you go to HBCU, oh baby, it is political. Like it just is what it is. Like HBCUs are very much like, welcome to death row, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You intro to African American studies, this and that. It's like every class, no matter what class it is, you're gonna talk about a level of blackness. I also just like it. I think like I'm just interested in the way in which the world works and just like reading more stuff about it. It's like, and I love to argue. Okay. And so I want to be able to argue properly. I want to be able to be like, no, this and this. Because I was arguing down in high school, but I knew what I was saying was right, but I couldn't prove it.
It was all opinions.
I couldn't prove it. I don't have the quote ready, but bitch, just know you wrong. Once I got into college, I was like, bitch, I'm finna get these quotes down. I'm finna do.
What was your degree in college?
Theater.
Okay.
But you know, you facilitate. But the thing is, like I said, at the HBCU, specifically mine, I mean, but from what I know, all the HBCUs be like this. It be black as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's very black and political. So even though my major was theater at the time, I'm still taking intro to journalism because my minor was journalism. Yeah. You still taking these classes as black as fuck.
You take everything.
You take everything. You like, why am I in this? No. It don't matter. You be in math class and
even a religion class,
it's gonna get black. And then when I transferred to state, my major was film and my minor is journalism. But the thing with journalism and film, those intersect with sociology a lot. So I took a lot of intersectional classes that specifically were based in race and representation. But that was my choice. Like I wanted it to be in that track because that's what I kind of wanted to concentrate on. So
what about you? What got you into the awareness or the studying of? Is it just career based? I'm about to say career based.
Nah, I wasn't. It was before that. Trayvon Martin for sure was one of the biggest ones, but then after that, like, I think similar to you, every day waking up, my parents would have me. Like, so you kind of saw. I remember even like with the DC Sniper, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was something that was replayed juicy. in my. But like, there was, you know what I'm saying? Watching the news and all of that made you just understand the injustice as to what led that, like the psychology of his mind and all of that. So that was one. Trayvon Martin, Morgan, of course. I remember taking even a women's diversity it was like a woman diversity. I forgot what the third part was, but class at Morgan. WEAA for sure, having a lot of people, which was a radio
I know
station.
for a fact WEAA.
Like they made us talk about
What is WEA?
It was a local NPR affiliated station that was in the university, but we talked about hell.
It was
You know,
NPR.
college. It only take one class in college to.
This is career
But
now.
it's
This is
NPR though,
yeah,
so it's
so
like
a
it's
talk
not
radio
even.
station.
Yeah, it's not even like it's music, but not really. Like
Yeah.
it's literally just news.
It don't take much to radicalize you
And then
as a black.
Well,
So let me ask y'all.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask y'all. So, like, both of y'all parents is in y'all lives, right? Like, I only have like my mom's, and I came from like the hood.
Mhm.
I'm trying to understand the difference of information because when I heard Trayvon Martin, it didn't really revolutionize anything for me. It was like this
that's
is
what I
what
was about to
So,
say. I'm trying. That's why I asked.
Did you grow up in a black area?
in the
Yeah,
hood,
Baltimore.
the
Right.
projects.
So I think that can be a difference for sure. Specifically because of the things that happen in inner cities, right? So a lot of people who grew up in inner cities, I've heard this same sentiments like
That's
It happens
normal.
every day.
Right,
Yeah,
it happens
yeah.
all the time. But the thing is, you also probably experience the difference of like what I just said was, I'm thinking I'm going to school and everybody gonna be feeling like, damn, this is fucked up at least.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
wasn't. I'm talking about not even just on the sense of like, oh, it's really not that bad. I'm talking about he deserved it. I'm talking about teachers, kids coming to school talking about some.
Who cares? He
Even
deserved
so,
it. He
not
should've-
even just that, but when Obama was first running, I was in middle school, right?
Ooh.
That was also, I forgot to say that.
forgot
That
about
was
that
also
one.
a thing because again, you don't think about it until you hear somebody say something completely different. You think, okay, everybody gonna be cool with that. You know, first black president, who wouldn't be okay with that? Oh, baby, everybody. I'm talking about it got so bad. Our school banned us from wearing Obama paraphernalia because
So-
it was causing arguments and issues in school.
In middle school, you went to a diverse school too?
White.
Oh yeah, see, every school I went to was all black.
I think
Except
that
for
I think
college.
that
It definitely-
it's a
I'm-
blessing in disguise, honestly. Like I know that inner cities have their issues for sure, but man,
Well, you can't. That's the thing, though. When you say it's a blessing in disguise, that's why I'm pointing it out, right? Because you saying it's a blessing in disguise, but what happens is when we're in areas where we only black people, that's all we get, right?
Mhm.
And so we don't really see the opposite side. So now we're not radicalized to see things the way you
Yeah.
see it. So then when you're
We don't
like,
have
it's
the
a blessing in
information.
disguise. No, sometimes it's a blessing in curse. Like that's why I always say life is about balance because we don't.
I wish I would
I'm about
have
to say
got
if we would
exposed
have
to
had.
that.
That's why I'm like he don't have
I'll probably
the
be-
passion to be like, let me go and find this
Yeah.
out because you've been moved and affected by it in your life differently. So now it's like you have the awareness now as an adult that he doesn't have.
Yeah.
it definitely can be like that. That's why I say it's both.
I see the
It's a
difference
blessing
there.
and a curse
Yeah.
for sure because I yearn for that a lot because, for example, my dad is from Mobile, Alabama, historically black ass city and hood as fuck. And his high school, the floor, if you know, you know, they have an all class reunion every year.
Oh.
And
cool.
it's
Yeah,
it's,
I
it's
said, oh.
no, it's amazing. And I've gone so many times acting like I go there. But it's black. I'm talking about black, right?
But even Mobile is still like historic.
Right. But
Yeah,
that's but my point is like I didn't have that. And like I yearn for that so much because there's an identity issue there, right? Growing up being surrounded by people who appreciate your blackness because we all black is beautiful. I know that there's issues with that as well. I can see it because my cousins grew up in that environment present day versus my dad. And Mobile now is a lot different
But
than it
I
was
can't
back
even relate
then.
to that. Like coming from Baltimore, it's not like a proud to be black thing.
It's
Like,
just
niggas tryna-
normal.
But not even,
Yeah.
but not
Proud,
even.
it's a-
I'm not even
Like if you go
saying
to
it
like
in the
Mobile,
sense of.
when I think of like people like Mobile, even Alabama, like they take pride in being from there. What like slave, like you know what I'm
I think
saying?
also you gotta
But-
think about like when you think about historically the South
Mhm.
and what they had to overcome
Yeah.
systemically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they
It's-
had to fight for their freedom.
And it's
We are-
pockets.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like it's concentrated pockets of blackness. Cause there's Mobile, but then there's Alabama. Same thing as there's Atlanta,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah, yeah.
So the thing is like it's not even on some like I'm black and I'm proud. It's just you feel comfortable at least within your blackness, right? There's other systemic issues that they had to deal with for sure because it's a lot of poverty. But the difference for me is I went from not being aware of my blackness, not because I didn't know I was black, I always knew I was black, but not being overly aware of my blackness to being that was the main thing that I was aware of because I'm being othered. I'm being talked about. I'm hearing people. I never even thought about my nose being big until I'm surrounded by all these white folks. But not only just the white people, the black people have internalized this anti-blackness themselves because they are trying to assimilate. The black boys are wanting to talk to these white girls. The black girls are wanting to be white. I was one of the only girls in my high school that wore their natural hair. This is a huge thing. And so it's like, oh my God, if I was not being affirmed in my blackness at home, I can absolutely see how I would have internalized that anti-blackness and have completely changed the way I outwardly express myself. Because it's like you go and you're othered immediately. Because I had that strong foundation at home of my blackness and I'm surrounded by black folks in real life, I'm really kind of just like, you niggas is tripping. But it's still affecting me and it's still affecting my self-confidence because I'm like.
But then also think about the disconnect that you may have somewhat to other black experiences. Like Jay saying, like that being normalized. Like it's kind of like, no, that's not normal. That shit not okay. Right? But it's like, but it is. Like for us, it's what it is. And you have to explain away the fact that like, it's not. And then it's.
But maybe it's the outside looking in because I'd rather be on that side of knowing. Because like me, when I listen to you, I'm like, I feel bad that I don't know I don't have the information. And I'm like, why these niggas are so woke. Whereas they're like, in my hood, it wasn't really a black or white. Like we ain't have white people for real. I might have seen white people in my school, but barely. And it wasn't like we were just trying to make it out. Like when niggas were trying to do something to get some money, we would get teased about wearing Payless. It wasn't about you black. It was.
Yeah. But I think that's the thing. Also, for your perspective, like when you look at Baltimore City, it's a tale of two cities. Like,
facts.
Because you definitely have.
It's definitely.
You have white people.
For sure.
You have Jewtown. You have. Was it?
It's definitely
Town.
diverse.
You know what I'm saying?
For
like
sure.
It's segregated.
But I didn't know that.
It's like
until I got older.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
At Morgan. Like, you know what I'm saying? They tell us the story of like how they literally built a wall so that the white communities, like the black students couldn't go into the white communities. You know what I'm saying? When they built Morgan State College at that time. So like there's a lot of things that I think you would expect. It's like pockets, like you were talking about. Who said pockets? You said it. But like the pockets within Baltimore, because if you look at somebody like Faraji, Faraji Baltimore through and through. You know what I'm saying? But like that's one of the wokest people I know. But it's just like his upbringing was through the Nation of Islam. Automatically, you're conditioned to learn about the black experience from a different lens because of the nation and what they believe in.
And
you know
I don't like the. Oh shit! What am I? Oh, I'm gone.
Did it just do that?
Get me back.
I had to because I was just looking at it.
Get me back, please. I have something to say.
I know how you feel about that. I want to be seen.
I want to be seen, not just heard. What they say, a lady is to be seen and not heard. I never believed in that.
You're gonna be both.
I'm gonna be both.
They just turned
it
off.
Went off again. You know, it's funny though, because it brings me to like think about my upbringing, just like, and it reminds me because it's like I feel like we on a scale sometimes when we having these conversations, like it's like super, like I feel like Jamila knows so much, like she's done so much research, and I feel like Alex, you like right under it was like you've done research, but it's like you getting some enlightenment through Jamila, and I feel like under that I'm like, okay, I know a little bit, and I'm doing, you know, and then Jay be like, yeah, so tell me, right, and so I see, but the thing is, I can see the difference in our upbringings, and I'm looking at, that's why I asked, because I'm looking at our upbringings, our areas that we grew in, right? So you grew up in Baltimore. I grew up in DC. You in Silver Spring. That area in itself, we all can tell. We know what that looks like. Yeah, so I didn't know yours. So like now that I'm here, I'm like, okay, I hear that. And even being in, we still in predominantly black areas, but your area had more white people, more different races than mine. Yeah. And mine
DC is still the capital of, you know what I'm saying?
And mine still had a little bit more diversity. Now, granted, when I was growing up, DC was very black. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see any white people until I got to high school, and I went to high school in Montgomery County. So I didn't see white people. I didn't really know white people. And so when I was little, I was radicalized when I was small because my father had us watch Roots.
You was in Rockville.
Yes, I was in Rockville. It's still Montgomery County.
I know it is, but that's white there.
Right. But honestly, I mean, I didn't have much interaction. I went to school
I didn't
for
see
basketball.
White people for real to
But
college.
you want to know what really I think is kind of a little bit of the thing, because like I said, if I didn't have my black parents affirming my blackness at home and that upbringing, I could have just as easily been like some of my counterparts. And so what I think the specific difference is, I come from people who come from around the way. You know what I'm saying? I was not raised in the hood. most of my life I was not. But when I was in Beaumont, I grew up in Beaumont. Beaumont, Texas is a black ass city that is segregated specifically, right? Beaumont is an oil city, so the white people that's there, they got that money,
that chicken, that oil,
and I remember my grandmother used to take us to the white neighborhoods during Christmas so we could see their Christmas lights. That's the type of thing. So I knew immediately there was a difference of the way in which black people lived and the way in which white people live. So I knew about how. I come from that, right? So that's the black area that I come from. But not only that, like I said, my dad's from Mobile. I still traveled all the time. So I had both. And I think that there's a balance in that. So I saw the difference and I experienced racism firsthand from my own perspective, not just my parents. And so I'm growing up, and my parents did not shield that from me. And I think a lot of parents want to do that, and I understand why, because you want your children to have a good insight of the world, but that's just not the reality. My parents did not shield from me the racism that they experienced growing up. So it was a conversation point I was always asking questions. But again, my parents, specifically my dad, that nigga was a step away from being a Black Panther. He was just too young.
It's funny because even that, like, I don't really, like, again, I can't recall my entire life. I don't remember.
You never experienced racism.
Yeah, like
we haven't. Like, that's what I'm about to say. That makes a difference. That can radicalize you differently.
But you want to know something that I want to say specifically.
You experience racism?
Although there's a lot of even though Black people who live in inner cities may not have had the experience of specific direct contact of racism.
Now, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Even though you may not have understood all the intricacies of politics, I guarantee you I can take any nigga out the hood right now and just talk about the verbiage of it. They know exactly what they're talking about. Black people know what's going on. And I reject the idea that Black folks don't know they know what's going on. We just don't know who the fuck to blame. I don't think I can't explain it, but I know what's going on. So I think the issue is just the exposure and getting outside of that.
But that's why I asked you what made you, because the thing is, I feel like this isn't something that, it's not like you just got conversation from your dad and it's like, I know all of this because my dad told me. This is things that you've also done. You've done research over things. That's why I said, what encouraged or influenced you to actually be, let me delve into this? Because it's different. I do see that, like, when it, depending on upbringing, like, just and access to things, and you being accustomed to life one way, or even like you saying, you having experiences, not only your dad, but then also you experiencing racism and stuff like that. Like, I feel like y'all are two different spectrums completely.
I could give you an instance as to for myself. Like, I remember when I went to West Virginia, because I went to West Virginia.
I went to West Virginia. I went to West Virginia.
So I went to Pot State, which is like a satellite campus.
Oh no, I went to WVU. Baby.
No. I went to WVU for the games because we are. But anyways. And I remember, like, I'm Haitian. I know I'm Haitian, right? I didn't know until I was 18 that we were the first independent Black nation in the world in 1804. And it was a white man telling me about my history. And at that point, I remember it was like a moment of reflection. Like,
I have been out niggered, and I will not be out niggered again.
By a white man. Like, can you imagine? A white man is telling me about my history. And I'm sitting there like,
why do you think your parents didn't tell you?
Because I feel like they probably thought it was like something that was innately known or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you don't know
and
this?
And that'd be a thing, like, too. Sometimes it's like, I didn't think this was a thing of a thing.
Yeah. Like, I just thought you knew.
Because I know you knew that they were first generation immigrants, and they was like handling business. And like you talk about like your father's passion of making sure y'all have a life and all that. So it's like,
it's crazy.
Because the minute I bring it up to him, I'm sorry, he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
this person, this person, this, that, and the third. And he's like giving me
you ain't done your research about your history.
Because in my mind, he's like, it's so natural to him that he doesn't think about this.
To tell you, because he grew up with everybody around him. They already learned it.
Exactly.
They knew it.
Now, when it came down for his citizenship, and I'm going with him, I'm like, who's the first person in the United States? And
hell no.
And you don't even realize how indoctrinated you are with that information.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
So that was the moment where it's just like, that was one of those key moments. I'm like, God, Lee, like this white man is telling me about, I mean, he's our history teacher. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he's talking world history at that point.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck?
Well, I'll tell you my time.
Go ahead.
Come on.
I was in Atlanta like a couple weeks ago. No, for real. To be honest, I was reading about redlining and things like that. And then I even down to there's places in Georgia to this day that you can't live with a certain amount of family members and just understand. I'm like, damn, oh shit, like this shit still exists. Like I had a long ass conversation with ChatGPT, and you know what's crazy? I
Get
noticed,
off of that chat.
No, hold up.
He can't. He's
Hold up
addicted.
though. No, I'm not really on it as much. I feel like they might be making ChatGPT dumb.
On purpose. Well,
That's why I said get off of ChatGPT because it's not a reliable source.
Bro, but so at one point in time I used to have great conversation with ChatGPT, right? Like it would break down everything.
I remember you sent me a whole thing. I
Yo,
was like, damn.
and more recently I haven't been on that because like the information is just isn't.
It's watered down.
Yeah,
now.
and I'm like, bro, no, like go deeper. I feel like
they changed it on purpose.
Bro, you can tell, like me personally, because I used it a lot.
They get more users now. And they're
But
like,
not
all
only
right,
that,
cool. Now we can feed the masses bullshit.
The owner of ChatGPT, I believe, he just got caught up doing something.
In the
What'd he
Epstein
do?
files.
I don't know if it was that, but I think he is a contributor of Trump or something. But it's what I will say as far as gaining information, it can lead you down a couple of paths because it's an overload, right? When you are in your radicalization era, which I support, my favorite thing is when people start to get woke. I'm like, oh yes, welcome. Welcome. There's snacks in the back, okay? But you got to be careful because you can just as easily fall down the black alt-right pipeline. Let me tell you about it. When you are seeking out information about who you are and there's a level of black pride, you can just as easily go down that Hotep pipeline. And it's so easy. I've been down that road before. If you are not woke if you ain't been down the Hotep pipeline, let me tell you.
I knew you was going to get into the Hotep.
And it feels good at first because you're like, cocoa butter. Okay, India Irie.
Grand Rising.
I love being black. The issue with the Hoteps is they are co-opted by white supremacy. And it's so easy. It is so easy to fall down there. And it sounds good at face value. But then when you uncover and you keep digging, it's like misogyny. Now, what is misogyny doing here? Now, hold on now. Why are you here? And the moment you find something like that in whatever awakening period you are, the moment you find any of those isms and systems, just know the entire thing is amiss because it is upholding white supremacy. We've already talked about the connections between misogyny and white supremacy, right? But it's not, it doesn't just stop there. It continues, right? Because now you're if there's misogyny, then there's patriarchy. And if there's this, and then there's that. And then there's this, and then there's that. It's all connected and it's gonna funnel.
So you don't think that other African, cultures or everything, you don't think that they misogynistic?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking because when I'm gathering is like if those things come up, then it's rooted in white supremacy. When it's like, I feel like there are black cultures that uphold that too, and it has nothing to do with white supremacy.
I think she's saying it comes from it. Even if they do uphold it, it comes from white supremacy. So it's like history, kind of like systemic racism. I mean, like it started here and then it just trickled down to
right. But what I'm saying is, I don't necessarily think that that's true.
Oh, you don't think there's a correlation between misogyny and
I'm not saying that there's not a correlation between misogyny and white supremacy. I think that misogyny exists and it feeds into white supremacy, sure. But I think that misogyny also exists on its own without, and not just black culture. I think about other cultures outside of America, right? And so I think of even kings and queens and all the things that we talk about prior to America even existing. And I think misogyny still existed back then too,
for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not when I think of when I think of like the Hotep stuff, I'm like when I see the misogyny, I don't necessarily see it as just white supremacy or upholding white supremacy. I'm just saying we've had some bad shit in our culture too.
We do, but I'm specifically talking about Hotep land that I've entered. And talking about the problematic nature of being in Hotep land, and misogyny is the first red flag that I came across.
Okay.
And so when you come across it, it's kind of like, okay, now I thought we was about black pride. I thought we was about getting back to our roots. How did we get here? How did we get talking about women should shut the hell up? How did we get there? And so what I'm saying is a lot of the times those fringe groups within other minority groups. They're fringe for a reason. And sometimes you don't know until you really in thick of it.
It's kind of like religion, and we talk about the Protestant church. It's the same thing.
The different sects in it.
Yeah, so it's like you have like, again, man, you talked about this, how you have the Catholic Church, right? But then what happened is other churches branch off from the Catholic Church, and they might change one thing, but they keep all the rest of the stuff, and they don't understand that it's still just a byproduct of, you know what I'm saying? But can we talk about like crack and like cocaine and, you know, dope and like, you know, heroin and things like that? Because like that's where my knowledge at and shit like that.
It's not even that.
Like, yo, like, God
We can
damn.
talk about crack
Nah.
and the devil himself,
Jay,
Reagan.
Jay.
Oh,
No,
I
I'm
don't know
just,
nothing about that. Jay is a good black.
oh yeah, for sure. I'm a good black man for sure.
you're a
know
lot
about the
more
streets like
radical
that, for real.
radical than you think.
Nah, you know, I was raised, I ain't gonna lie, now I think about it, just to survive. It wasn't about fighting. It was like, bro, like, look, man, you make the wrong turn, you dead. Period. Like, it's like these police out here ain't fucking around with you. This ain't no game. Make it home.
Yeah.
Go play football. Do something to get out of here. Because you see me, my mom, right? Like, and if you don't want to end up like this, then do something different. Like, literally, like that's.
And that survival has kept us here, right? That survival has kept Black people safe for all these years. And it's a double-edged sword, right? Because we have retreated in a way. We have, because of the lack of trust of government, we've seen the Tulsas. You know, we've seen how even Atlanta itself has drastically changed over the years because of government sanctioned violence. And our isolation has kept us safe, but it has also prevented us from growth. And so that's it's such a nuanced, long and never-ending conversation about the plight of the Black American.
Well, let's get off this shit, man. What else we got, man? Because this shit turned pro-black for 2 hours.
It's Black History Month.
It's Black History Month.
It's Black History
you right.
Month.
Oh my God!
When you
No,
right.
on God, now we
You
gonna
right,
start
when you
that
right.
next week too.
Yeah, you right.
We gonna
It's
be on
the
this black
spirit
ass
of
shit
Black
all
History
month
Month.
long.
Hey, I'm with it because I learned. I love to
Would
learn.
you like
but I do
a
wanna add.
book recommendation?
Go ahead.
With the new Jim Crow.
New Jim Crow. How you
already
knew what I
know.
was gonna
Come on, bro.
say?
Because y'all fucking twinning. I just want. I'm for the conversation. I just want to
Period.
add some value. I don't have no value to add. That's it. That's it.
You do have value to add. You just added some value. You talking about your perspective, the inner city struggle.
I
Shout
feel
out to
like,
Baltimore.
You know, it's fine. I ain't
perspective.
even. Like, but even then, I never looked at it as a struggle. Like people be like, "Yo," like when people ask me like, "How was it growing up in Baltimore?" I always be like, "It was regular. Like it was like we had fun. We went outside.
You don't,
like,
and that's the thing. I think white people expect us to talk about Black, and it's like the thing is, as crazy of a city as Mobile, Alabama is, my daddy will tell you time and time again that he grew up great. Right? My dad had both his parents in his life. My dad had his whole family in his life. He was busing from street to street. All the while, all this bad stuff is still happening. But it's like, what? But that's Black people in general. And still I rise.
But that, never mind. I'm gonna let it go.
Y'all want to hear something funny? It's not funny. I'm actually irritated.
Oh.
what?
So I was about to go get Jason because he said he wasn't feeling well. And then he was like, I'm ready to go. Can you just order me an Uber? Ordered him the Uber, y'all. Why he just threw up in this goddamn Uber?
Oh, poor baby.
So
Why
now
you
gotta go
irritated?
Clean up the Uber.
At least he threw up in an Uber, not you. Not your car.
They be making them pay for it though.
I'm about to say,
Oh,
I
you
don't
gotta
know
pay for
what's
that
going.
shit?
I don't know what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
It depend on the Uber driver sometimes. Cause you know what I'm saying?
He said, I said what the Uber driver said. He said, hell no. I said, why you didn't roll down the window? He said, I did. I said, so is it on the inside or outside? The inside. So then you didn't roll down the window.
That
Stick
baby
your
ain't
head out.
make it. That baby ain't make it. Aw.
I would've
What?
told her. He didn't ask him to pull over.
They on the
No,
highway.
you know,
just cancel?
sometimes it happens so fast. You be like,
You just cancel the damn app. You start use Lyft from now on. Fuck it. Like what happens? I don't know. Like
what?
because you
Nigga,
said they charge you. If they how they gonna charge if I don't got it?
Well, it's actually on his own Uber.
Oh,
so.
that's on him. He all right. I don't understand the first.
No,
one.
I feel bad because I know the Uber driver is pissed. So when they pull up here,
I don't feel shit like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I've learned this on the way. And maybe
Niggas
this
don't
I can
give
give
a
you.
fuck.
I can add value to this maybe. Like shit like that be blessings because yeah, it's probably annoying for him. He gonna get. They gonna cut him a check. That's like when somebody like.
Nigga, I still got to ride home with the thump
Yeah,
in
I
the back.
feel you, but like you gonna get cut. That's like when somebody, you know what I'm saying,
There's a car wash right there.
like if
though.
somebody like if you lose your credit card, right, and somebody find it, it's like shout out to them. Like I shouldn't be that mad. You know what I'm saying? Because the bank is gonna give me my money back.
I think it's just the inconvenience of it all. You know,
I feel you. And he fucking around get a new car or some shit. Like that shit.
Why you acting like you so cool, calm, and collected, nigga? You ain't.
No,
I really be chill about a lot of things. I ain't gonna lie.
That's one thing about this nigga. I'll tell you the story. This nigga's going to Cleveland for NUL.
Where I met Jamila.
This nigga, what happened? Trying to get a flight.
Oh yeah.
Oh brother, what did you do?
I don't know what happened. I don't even
Bro, it's like he gets there. The flight that he was going to go on,
I missed it.
Oh, he missed
because
it.
I'm thinking. I was looking at the.
I be so concerned when people miss flights.
No, so I was looking at the.
Because I don't play that. I don't play that.
So look, I'm looking at the. You know how it says like boarding and takeoff. I think I'm looking at the takeoff time as
your boarding time,
or some shit like that, right? So
which is because that statement is crazy.
It was something like that.
You're not even locked in enough because
listen,
both them times.
But listen,
right there.
mind you, I'm
And they close as
cooling.
hell.
I'm walking. I'm cool. I'm thinking I'm good. They like, yeah, you got a check-in bag, so you could try to make it, but like because you got to check your bag, you got to.
You done.
You're done. So I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna just go to Delta or something. It worked out. Like, I mean, he's nigga stressing. I'm like, bro, this shit is going to work
I don't
out.
like when things ain't in order. Got my blood pressure running. Now I got the no.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm that parent that gets there
I wasn't stressing.
early.
I wasn't stressing to you. I was stressing to myself. He didn't know
Jay
I was
like, well,
stressing
shit.
till
If you
after
wasn't
the fact.
stressing to me, nigga, I hate to see what you was
yeah,
doing to
because
yourself.
like,
I
and then
wasn't on the phone,
I think it was the day before I was there. It wasn't like I needed to do something that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, bro, like, but me,
Hell
for the
no.
most
was
part, I be
stressing
chilling.
For the
I've missed a
expense.
flight before.
Yes.
That's
Is it? Have you
it's
missed a flight before?
No, I don't want to because I'm like, what do I do? Die? Like, what do I do? Like, I
Have
can't
you missed
even.
a flight before?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Never.
I don't play those games.
I was raised right.
No, I don't really.
Yeah.
I mean, I rarely miss flights, but like that was just. I know it was a mistake. Like, it
Oh
just,
no, so
and
you
then I
missed
was
multiple
early.
flights.
I'm very high
I missed a
strung.
flight because I was asleep in the terminal before.
Now
That shit
that's
pissed
just
me
now.
off.
That'd be the worst.
That pissed me off.
Now that's just
like
dumb.
nobody couldn't wake me up.
No, I'm about to say I'm not gonna hold you. I was tired one time. I went I think you told me you did, and so when that happened, I was so tired. I went right to the people at the desk. I said, I'm gonna sit right here, y'all. If I fall asleep, please
Yeah.
wake me up.
Like, bro,
and the
I was
girls was
sitting
like,
into the-
and the girls was so nice. I said, okay, we got you. I
I'm
was like,
sitting
they
in
came
the.
and tapped
Nobody
me.
could just tap me and wake
Because
me
how
up.
they know that's your flight? People be there early
Yeah,
for the
people
next
sit at
flight
different,
sometimes.
or people sit at different gates.
I feel you.
Yeah, like I don't know your shit.
What else we
Hey.
got though, man?
Now
What-
I'm nice enough to tap somebody, like, excuse me, is this your flight?
Yeah,
Shit.
honestly,
I do.
How y'all feel about that Glorilla? I really don't give a fuck, bro. I tried.
No, let's
Glorilla?
talk about it.
Glorilla and her sister.
What y'all want to talk about?
Let's talk about it
Go ahead,
can
I don't
talk
give a
about
because
fuck.
I want to know your
That's
point of
another-
view.
My point of view?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what? Ain't no point. I feel like my point of view is everybody's point of view.
Is it? How you know if you don't say it? Say it.
I mean,
Say it.
my money, I'm not entitled. Like, you're not entitled to my money.
I am entitled to my siblings' money. No shade.
You just want to.
she's dead ass.
No,
She
she's
said it
serious. That's why I
yesterday.
said it. That's why I was
Mind
like,
you, you think I'm joking?
she
said
said
it yesterday.
And she said it depends on the family dynamic. She said I grew up very close with my siblings, so yeah.
My
I
my
agree.
sister brother come a billionaire today. Bitch, open the account now.
Joint it.
On God, that ain't even. I'm mind you, it's so thorough. I'm not even gonna ask. Just let me know when it's done.
You did that. So you
I'm
like.
dead ass.
So you like.
So when
side
you
with
get
her
your
sister.
millions, that you gonna do the same for them?
Absolutely.
I know
Like how
that's-
much though?
Depend.
Is it 2,500 per million? Because that's what Glorilla's sister clearly.
You know
Nigga
what
said
I'm
if you
saying?
if she got $1 million, how much she owe you?
Let me tell you
25?
something.
That's not even a real number, bitch. You just want some fucking clothes or something.
You know what I'm saying? She just want, and that, you know what I'm saying?
2,500?
Yes.
And I would have just sent my
Per
sister
million?
2,500.
That's what they said. So on TMZ, they said if your sister has $1 million, how much do you think she owe you from the $1 million? She said 2,500.
But she said that. She said send everybody 2,500. Her,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mama, the daddy, everybody
Now-
get 2,500.
That's not bad, though.
That's a
It's
stimulus
not
check.
bad. Listen, all I'm saying is, it's two parts to it. Damn, I sounded DC, didn't I? It's
No.
two parts to it.
No, you sounded something.
I sounded like I was from DC.
Hell
or
no.
what was it?
Never. Oh, girl, bye.
That's that Virginia
It's two
shit.
parts to it, okay?
Get her.
For me, I only have 2 siblings. She got 9. That's a lot. That's a big, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's a whole lot of mouths to feed. I get it. I only got 2 siblings. She got 9. I'm very, very close to my siblings. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are the same people, just 3 different bodies. That's just kind of how it is. I do yes, I do expect my siblings to break me off if they get broken off. That's just how we operate. If I'm down, I will ask my siblings today, y'all got 20? I need 20 till next week. I might pay you back, I might not. It depends on how we rocking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I'm gonna be dealing next week. That's just how we are. That's how we operate. We've been cycling the same $100. Bitch, you need it this week, I need it next week. Boom, boom, boom. That's just how we are, right? No, literally. Shit. But I can also understand that some people are not that close to their family. And you know what I mean? There's some family members, bitch, wish you would ask me for some money.
You could be like,
let's get this straight. We can be close. You ain't entitled to nothing of mine at all.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Yeah, I can look out for you and should I? Depending on who's asking for sure, you should look out for your family. But I don't owe you a damn
But the
thing.
reality of it is, though, let's say this. If you look out for somebody or you have a close relationship with somebody and then they do come up and let's say you saying there's no obligation, like you're not entitled to,
Yes.
but you should look out. But if they don't look out, do that mean you don't really fuck with them like that no more?
Yeah.
So are we not saying the same thing? Her sister is still saying, I don't fuck with you, bitch.
Yeah. I think.
But then we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't know the
I
ins
think
and outs of their
how
relationship.
she went about it is corny.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mad people that did shit to me that I think is fucked up. I might throw little subliminals, but I'm not never saying this. And certain
Yeah.
But
never saying that
but
name.
that's the thing though. Also, you know, like they've been having conversation all this time when she's been reaching out like, bitch, she done been addressing it for the past 2-3 years. And it's like, you know what? You ain't give me my 25, Tim's. He gonna give me my 25.
Yeah. And I think like, and this is why I said in my video too, and I stand firm in this, you know, as Black people in the entertainment industry, the first people you need to be hiring on your team is people you already know. I don't understand how, and I don't know, this ain't got nothing to do with Glow. This is just me speaking outwardly, right? In my opinion, everybody on your team is somebody you just met is crazy because number one, you don't know them people like that, right? And
Not
I'm
true.
just speaking on me.
No,
I'm just speaking on.
No.
This me though.
You what?
This me though.
Go ahead,
I'm
finish,
saying this is my
finish,
opinion.
finish,
This is what I think.
Go ahead, finish.
I'm Frank Lucas. You know what I'm saying? I'm hiring T.I. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be my family, like first, or the people I know. Like my manager is my profile. And I felt so comfortable with hiring her. I tried to get a manager before and it just was not working out. I trust her so much. You know what I'm saying? Now, on top of that, you should also be good at what you're doing. I'm not just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hiring anybody to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's, you know, of course. But I know what type of empire I'm trying to build, right? If I know my best friend is a writer, why the fuck would I not hire this nigga first? You know what I'm saying? Why would I try to reach back and up and sideways to grab somebody that
I got somebody right here.
You know, if you got a big ass cousin who crazy, why that nigga ain't your security?
No, that's facts. I
Why,
give you that.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's
what
when you're talking
about
about people who know what they doing and stuff, right? And that's a
Yeah.
role. But there's plenty of situations where celebrities, basketball players, all types of people, they bring people in from their family, close family, brothers, mothers, all those things.
Fuck them.
And they fuck them. They
For
they run their
sure.
fucking money
For
up.
sure.
They, you know, they pay themselves. They be financial advice. They be
And that's why you got, you know what I'm saying? You got to have discernment. You got to know your family now.
Qualified. That's the key word. Like
For sure. Like you can't just let,
I
now
feel
when
like-
it comes to running money, when it comes to being an accountant,
yeah. I
now
feel like
you
whatever
know
your job was
that-
before I got on should be a job for me.
You know what
So,
I'm saying?
like, it's
something,
like,
or
if you
something
was-
that I know you could do.
Yes, if
Yeah.
you was doing accounting for a law firm before, then now you got cool. You can do that for me.
Right.
If you were working at a law firm before, now you was working into fashion
Yeah.
before, then cool. Now you can be my
My
fashion
question
person.
is,
like,
how did we get here? Like, why isn't she giving these people money? Because it gotta
I
be
don't
a
know.
reason.
I'm sure
I
that,
think that's
yeah,
the
I'm sure,
thing.
I'm sure that for
well,
is.
somebody, you know what, the internet be making up shit though, so I ain't even gonna act like that's true. Somebody gonna comment talking about something. Her sister tried to have her killed at one point or some stupid shit like
Goddamn.
that. I don't know if
But
She
I
was.
also
She did get
seen-
arrested for
Holding a gun to her. Holding
Yeah.
a gun to her.
holding
Yeah.
a gun to Glorilla.
Yeah.
Oh baby, you're not getting a fucking penny. You can't have 25 cents. Someone
One of her
2,500.
other siblings though came out and said that she does do a lot. So I think it's just it's probably a relationship thing with them.
I was gonna say
specifically.
that,
It's
too.
probably a
yeah.
relationship.
Then
'Cause I
even with
feel
the
like-
friends, because I haven't seen none of her. Like, remember her core group of friends?
Yeah.
They always was talking good about Glow. Like,
Yeah.
she really put on. She had them in the videos and all
Yeah.
that. So
I
It
will
definitely could be
say-
a relationship
Yeah.
situation.
I don't know.
I will say, like, for me, I have hella siblings, y'all. Like, too many to fucking name, right? And I have a very close relationship with my sisters. We all close. We talk every day. And my brothers, though, I don't have much of a relationship with my brothers, and the reality of it is, they just don't want to get their shit together.
Yeah, no.
So when it comes to shit like that, it is like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I'm absolutely looking out for my sisters, and I told my brother, you better hope you get your shit together before I get on, because if I get on, you're gonna be the first nigga gonna have to sell my story, because I promise you, I'm not giving you shit.
We also got to know how to do this shit smart too, right?
Yeah.
Everything, like, I think we was talking about this, like, I think the environments we come from tells us that we like love looks one way. Right? It's like, bro, no, if anything, nigga, the bank ain't gonna give you no money, I ain't giving you no fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta learn how to be smart with it.
I'm gonna say, well,
that's
hold
not
on.
fair.
No, we gotta-
Nobody gonna give you no money.
No, we
then.
gotta
That's
learn-
not
no, we
fair.
gotta
You
learn.
ain't the bank, nigga.
But-
You don't have the
Jay.
same rules.
We gotta learn. I don't give a goddamn. We
I
gotta learn.
can't help that I got bad credit, Jay.
Listen,
You
yes,
can't.
you can.
You gonna help me get the credit up though?
Listen, I can help you, right?
He knows somebody that knows somebody
Listen,
that knows
listen, but
That's
you gotta,
crazy.
you gotta be. Listen, if you can't even, let's say I do give you somebody to get your credit right. If you don't even go to them to try to get your credit right, if you don't even try, I'm not, bro. Man, you
No,
go
I'm
to
with
hell.
you. I'm with you. Like I
Like,
said,
at least try, because what's gonna happen is, real story. I told you, what's the name? Like, I'll give you something, right? I'm like, nigga, I don't even want it, because I don't want to be in the same. You gonna give me something just for me to be in the same position tomorrow? Like, some people don't think like that, because what I'm gonna do is I'm enabling you. I'm gonna give you a bag, and you gonna still have the same problems. And you what you gonna do is you gonna blow through that $10,000-$20,000, and now you're at the same place. You gonna ask me for the same thing next year. It's like, bro, I can help you out, right? But at least let me help you. If anything, help me help you.
You
Like,
definitely have to
Let me
assess.
help you help me.
It's
Because
kinda
now
like-
what I'm gonna do is
assess.
now what I'm gonna do is at least create a 501(c) so I can have a write-off or
well,
something.
that's the
Now I
thing,
can
though. That's what I'm
download-
about to
I can
say.
donate to your.
you can start,
to your
or you
campaign,
can
to
start
your
your own shit and have
nonprofit.
them running it.
You feel
This
me?
is your
Like,
job. This
I
is what
consider
you do.
just that, but I feel like it's also like this is tough conversation. Like
How?
it's like
This shit ain't tough. I feel like we just making conversations. This shit ain't tough.
nah, I mean
Nigga.
because like
Bitch, I don't owe you nothing.
It ain't
like,
tough for
it's
you,
kind
but
of
that's
like
where
the
you
mindset.
stand.
It's kind of like the
Facts.
mindset of like you can bring not a horse to water. I could feed you, or I could teach you how to fish.
Mhm.
Right? It's like if I teach you how to fish, I'll feed you for you're fed for a
I
lifetime.
need to go out there.
But if I feed you this time, it's just for the one time. You know what I'm saying? And or every time that you need to eat, you're coming back to me.
You don't need to go out there and tell them what the fuck. That's their job.
Let the mama be the mama. Everybody want to be the daddy.
The
Who
nigga
gonna
threw-
be the mama?
The nigga threw up in a car. It's his Uber account. What the fuck she gonna do? Just say I'm sorry?
Okay, well you go out there and cuss him out then.
Ain't no. I'm not cussing him out. but
Okay, well then why you mad she going out there?
I'm not mad. I'm just saying like, what they want to talk to you about.
You be all right.
Let me talk to your mama. Okay, what the fuck you want me to do? Nigga, if you don't take this shit up with Uber, like, you gonna try to get some money in my pockets. Nigga, I'm sorry.
You don't
That's
even know what the
insurance is
nigga
for.
gonna say.
That's how you get in an accident. Nigga wanna be arguing. Bro, don't argue with me in no accident, bro. Just take my car
Clearly.
insurance.
Don't
Bro,
argue
like,
about shit.
What are we arguing about? Just take my car insurance information. You want to argue with me, bro? Take the car insurance information. Go through the insurance. That's why we got systems in place. You want to argue with me? Yo,
Nigga
what the
talking
fuck?
about something.
What am I do? Like, bro, get the fuck out my face, bro. like,
The accident happened. What you want me to do? Fix it? I'm
that's
not a
what I'm
mechanic.
saying. No, for real
Like,
though.
the
Like, it
accident just
happened.
happened.
Like,
And sometimes
what
people
the
just
fuck
want to
was
cuss you
doing?
out real quick.
For what?
Because, bitch, you know you was on my ass. Get the fuck, like, you need to learn how to fucking drive. Sometimes
Okay.
I need to get that
For
off real
what?
quick.
Okay, cool.
Watch what the fuck you doing.
I can't fix a car.
Okay, get
Okay, well, baby, you need to slow the fuck
I
down.
Listen,
Fuck.
No, none of us slowing down. we ain't going nowhere.
Shit.
Because now I'm gonna get upset, man. Listen,
Because
I'm
now
sorry.
you're driving all motherfucking dangerous.
I'm
It's
Now you
kids on
gonna
the
get upset.
road.
That was too bad. People
That's
just
like,
sitting
I'm
there.
sorry, ma'am. Just take my car insurance information. You holler at them. It will get fixed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just walk away.
Sometimes people be mad though, like you know what I mean,
No.
like damn.
But no,
you
I mean,
fuck
I
my
feel
shit
like,
up.
I guess the global shit, like, no. So, in fairness, let me be fair.
Yeah, be fair.
Because sometimes I say things and it doesn't, like, represent who I am.
Mm.
If I get rich, of course I want to look out for my friends. But
Do
again,
you have siblings?
nah.
Oh,
That's why I think it's a different conversation, bro. Because like,
I have a brother. That's not fair.
no, I
have
mean,
a-
Okay.
it's tough. That's why I was like, it's
my
tough.
brother's like probably 50-ish, maybe.
Oh my
I wasn't
God.
raised with him. He
older brother.
Yeah, I wasn't raised with him. He
Okay.
he was diagnosed with bipolar and schizophrenia disorder.
That's why I
and-
said this is a tough conversation.
Yeah, I never was raised with him. So
Mhm.
I was raised only child. He
Got
was with
you.
my grandmother and them. So I don't have a lot.
I
of
mean,
relationship
being
with him.
raised an only child, you know, that's your perspective point of this conversation, which makes sense. Which is why I led with, I'm very close with my siblings. We were that's I'm speaking through that lens. So I mean, I can understand you coming through that lens too.
No, but I got like Alex ain't my sibling. But if I was to get rich, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I would have to
type shit.
You feel
You're
me?
entitled.
Or even like,
No, I'm not entitled. I'm not
but
entitled.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not entitled.
You're not, even my mom's like some things are just, it comes with the territory.
Yes.
Like my mom's like, she's the most entitled, but it's like something, I'm gonna just do it because you gotta do it. But don't get it fucked up. I don't have to do it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's not
So
just
I
fucked up.
understand.
You
So
feel
that's what I'm saying,
compelled
though.
to,
But
but
that's
you're
what I'm
not obligated.
Yeah, don't
to.
come because once you start
Like
coming
if
to me
they
like,
ask, like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, but
Let me
once you
hold
start trying to
$1.
put your nose up, like, now I ain't doing it just because you think, man, you get the fuck out my face.
So I understand that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and
that's
that's
all
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying. Is like I understand the perspective of like wanting to do for your family. It's why we're working for. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that we can provide and create a better situation for the people around us.
Mhm.
Ultimately, and yourself.
Go for yourself.
The moment you
And for
start
yourself.
saying what I should do, I'm gonna show you how much I shouldn't. What you
It's
talking
all
about?
because I look
That's
at,
fair.
but I look at like what Clarissa Shields said, because she also had a perspective on this.
What'd
She
she
talked
say?
about this recently. I'm read the entire thing. She said, "I don't care how rich I am. I don't owe anybody nothing. If I decide to do for you, help you, you better appreciate it. Ain't nobody obligated to you because we all came up hard." She said, "I busted my ass for my riches, ran miles, fought men, prayed, trained every day for 3 to 4 years straight. Sacrificed me having a fun childhood, no parties, no liquor,
Come on.
no drugs, just grit and grind." She said, "Just because we family and we had it hard together doesn't mean I owe you because I made it." She said, "And truth be told, you can do all the above for your family.
Nigga, still.
Buy cars, houses, food, help there with their kids, bills, and guess what? They still will not appreciate
A
or
damn
respect
thing.
it."
So what about? And I hear that, but what about her talking about? Because you a lot of you have people who are successful and their parents have made them successful because they made them do these things. They made them sacrifice. And you got them kids. They feel like they fucking hate it. They hate their lives.
I was gonna say, I guess it depends on how you.
I was
view
gonna
it,
say,
though.
life is so nuanced for real because it's just really like
I told you how I felt about that. I'd rather be
we know,
Beyonce,
we know
Dad.
Joe Jack.
and fucking Michael. I do. Because life is, people keep talking about money ain't everything. Well, give me yours then.
Yeah,
Everybody like, man, money don't make you happy. Man.
I mean, you know,
don't make you unhappy. But
Facts.
say that.
but as we talked about last time, it's not the money though, right?
Yeah,
it's
what you do with it.
it's all the things that comes with it, and you know, if we want to talk about the Joe Jackson of it all, as much as he did, his relationship with his kids reflected that,
Yeah,
and so
And y'all don't think it's worth it?
it's not about
it's
about
worth
what
it
I
for the
think
rest
it's
of the
worth
world
it.
because the rest of the world, sure. But then what
Yeah.
about how your kid feels?
It's not about what I
Maybe
feel
it's because
worth
I'm a
it.
man. Like, and I going to the conversation with like Terrence Crawford. It's like,
You one of them people that's gonna sell their souls. What it sound like?
yep.
Well, that's you.
Kinda.
That's
like,
your
you know what I'm saying? Like, it depends.
Now we know your character.
That's good. Well, that's you.
No, you're not.
He
And
made
now
that
we
shit
know
so
your
awkward. Like, God, damn, we can't even joke.
That
Nigga,
shit
like,
was funny as fuck. He said,
Not so, you know, it's like, you know, I might not, I don't know. What's selling
No,
your soul?
you.
A
But
reason why I
that's
say
what
no
you-
is because,
What's
bro,
selling your soul?
he's so anti.
It gotta be my way, for sure.
Anti what?
It got to be his way. Like, I don't see.
Yeah,
Jay
but that's the
selling-
thing though. You are imposing your way on your child so that they can have the success that you think that they should have or they should
No.
want.
But I'm talking about when it comes to selling your soul. Like, I don't see a dollar amount where Jay is like, unless he's
I would
having his
Well, he
consider-
way.
didn't say he gonna sell his
So-
soul. He said he gonna
so-
sell his
no,
baby
no,
soul.
no,
So
no.
he said, "My baby gonna.
Well,
I don't get my
I
baby
ain't
not
selling,
hate
no,
me."
That's not what
What
I'm not.
selling
that's
your
what I'm
soul
saying.
is
I would sell
depends on
my
who you
soul.
are, though.
So that's what I said. I would consider
Well,
it.
your soul doesn't belong.
I
Let's
would.
start there.
I would consider.
Hey, Alex.
Well, I would definitely consider selling my soul. I think as a man, we are.
What does that
raised
mean
to be,
for you?
I'm gonna tell you.
Child, he
I'ma
in the
tell you.
patriarchy.
No, I think as men, we are raised to. We should be raised to be providers and take care of our family. So I look at it like going to the military. It might not be selling your soul, but shit, it's close to it. So it's like, yo, I consider, all right, do I make a life-altering decision
I don't
for the
think.
sake of my family?
Can I say that I don't think that, in my opinion, is what selling your soul means necessarily? Because I think that that's more. Now, you know, I'm anti-military, but I think that that's more of a sacrifice for you to get to where you're thinking. I think in the way in which we're perceiving selling your soul is going against your own personal morals. So for me, going to the military would be selling my soul
So what
because
I'm-
it's completely
But
against
so
my morals.
let's say it's against my morals, right?
Yeah.
But if this is going to benefit my family for life, I
Mhm.
might take that. I might do that.
I mean, I understand why people do it. For
That's all I'm
sure.
saying. Like,
yeah.
fuck me, because
but
if
so then now here's a question for the class: what for you would be selling your soul? What is against your? What is something? What would that something be for you? What is that thing for you that would be like that will cause you to sit there and ponder like, damn, even though it would grant you all of these things, right? And because not devil worship, because I think that's like
I was gonna say, you
so
know that
obvious.
Illuminati shit when
I was
they
gonna
like,
say,
you
I think that's too obvious, and I think that that's like the main thing that people reference. But I think that like, let's just outside of that, like, what's something that would be against your morals and your values?
Well, now that you say it like that, maybe I wouldn't. Because it's only a couple things I could think of, and like, would
Which
I
are
do
what?
that for money?
So we can know if you do it, what happened.
She's
like,
so stupid, bro.
harming my mother or my daughter, or like that would defeat the whole point of me doing
Type
it.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Type shit.
only
Yeah.
thing, some gay shit.
Okay. No gay for
I
pay.
think that's about to die.
What's about to
Yeah,
His camera.
I think I'm
So you're no gay for pay.
yeah, I'm too prideful for
shit.
that, man.
I'd be a little gay for pay.
Is there
Yeah, you might just plug it up.
Like, you know, for TV and things
Well,
like
you know,
that.
you already said that I give gay, so I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, like
Jimmy
when we talking
really
about,
said I give gay,
like, if
y'all.
we
I
talking
said
about
you get
boxing,
bisexual.
if you talking about boxing, like for bud shit, like, you know, like that shit, man.
I do think that, like, he was dragging it with that, like, okay, like, what? But I also don't understand, like, sports in that way to even, like
Like,
really
if I had to
comment,
choose,
but-
right? Again, I'm
I
not gonna
also
worry.
don't
I don't
give
even
a fuck.
want to.
Terrence Crawford cheating on his wife.
Wait, that's something totally different. I
I
don't even want to.
I'm just saying, you can't talk about nobody with morals. You
I'm
don't
gonna
even
knock. I'm gonna
uphold
knock on
yours.
wood, right? I'm gonna knock on wood.
Okay. I thought you were
I'm
gonna
big.
knock on
I
wood.
did.
He did.
I'm
Already
big
did.
on family. So like,
Alright.
hypothetically, let's say like you got to go to jail for life
Mm-hmm.
to have $100 million, right? And I'm looking at the trajectory of my life, the trajectory of my family, and I'm like, man, I don't want my daughter to go through this shit.
So you saying you would eat that?
He would do the time.
I would consider it heavily for sure,
Wow.
because like it's my job as a man to make sure my family, my kids don't go through what I went through.
But they gonna go
But-
through something
Ain't
worse
no
because
but.
you're not there.
But
I feel you.
you're and I think that's why the conversation of, are you really going to sell your soul? How much do you want this? Because you're trading in one problem for another.
Yes.
Because now, yes, your children have $100 million to do with, but they don't have a daddy. So now what does that do? Because what if they get older and say, bitch, I wanted to be a nomad. I don't give a fuck about no money. I want my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the moral complex of these questions anyway. Mm-hmm.
Because you definitely, and that's why I keep saying life's about balance. Because you always trade in one problem for another. It don't matter.
Yeah, I don't
what
know,
the
man.
solution
I'd rather
is.
them be rich with them problems.
Hell no.
Man, that shit sound good.
All of that. What do you look
It's
at?
perspective.
I'm about to say, but look at like the Britney Spears of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't,
Rich as hell, mentally.
And maybe I'm
Dancing her panties.
and maybe I'm insensitive about this. I just feel like
See, you one of them that's money is everything.
not money ain't everything, bro. But bro,
You
without
take-
it,
you just
you
don't
living a
have,
hell of a life.
you just
bro.
don't have the perspective of, not you specifically, you don't really have that perspective of what that could look like, those type of issues, right? And that's not to say that all rich people don't have these issues. There are some very happy rich people, okay, that have like I am good. I don't even have mental issues. I have a great family and I'm rich. I'm living the
And
perfect
if you
life.
have mental issues with money, you can pay for fucking therapy.
You could, but you think that therapy can cure all those mental issues?
It can't. But
Look
I'm-
at Britney.
I'm
She's
mad.
dancing in her panties.
You're right, but you can.
And
you,
Amanda
you can go
Bynes.
get. You can. Guess what? You can make a decision to go get help, even if you don't.
But
can,
if you don't have your daddy, you probably won't.
all I'm saying is you can make a decision to turn your life around. When you fucked up, even if you want to do better, you gotta sit in the chair and be like, damn, I can't do better.
Listen,
But also,
I am
Jay,
in-
if you broke, you can make the decision to go get some money.
Listen,
No.
I'm not advocating for poverty.
Do you?
I'm just saying you trade one problem in
For
for
no,
another.
and I get that. I just because
It's
my
perspective.
experience.
What do you?
I want my
What
kid-
do you mostly value?
And you okay
What are-
with your
what's
kid?
what's your sell your soul combination?
My soul does not belong to me.
But
Okay, so
anyway,
what's your going to hell
What's your-
combination
what-
then?
what's
Go
your
to
what's
hell.
your what's your
yeah, go to hell is his.
what's
Yeah,
your
what's-
$100 million to do this that you're gonna have to think about?
Now, honestly, I was thinking about
It's
it.
$1 billion, remember, because Haiti. Think about Haiti.
What would I
I
do?
got
Would you
80 on my back.
Would you go to jail for life to save Haiti?
Haiti?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably would. I ain't gonna
For
lie to you.
life?
Probably.
You love that country.
No, I mean,
Sure
because
do.
I think that
I'm so glad I'm African American because I ain't got no
Bro, I ain't
country
gonna lie
love.
to you, bro. Because, like, when I think of legacy and leaving an impact for the next generation,
you the new Nelson Mandela.
No. But if I think about legacy, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I probably would. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's
I
yours?
don't know if my legacy is more important than my life.
But
That's why I think it's a man thing.
Maybe.
What is my purpose of life?
I think it's a man thing.
Well, my purpose of life right now is to live it. I don't know what the hell
So-
gonna be
so
here
what's
when I'm
your-
gone.
what's your
so I
$100
don't give a
million
goddamn.
What's your
Girl.
$100 million deal?
I don't know.
Deal or no
They
deal?
said $1 billion.
100 billion?
No, they said $1 billion.
A
for me,
bill. What's
like-
your $1 billion deal?
I honestly
Bill
don't
shit
even
is
know.
Like,
I
what
don't-
would you have to be like?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I probably would do it.
Hmm.
But I feel like there's a lot of things like Planeteer. Like
I feel like-
I could never get a deal for
I
that.
think
What's that?
The people that make like weapons.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? For
yeah.
Other countries, which is crazy because it kind of contradicts. Because I believe in the Second Amendment, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like in other countries where they don't subscribe to this, and they're not like, you are weaponizing war and all of that
Yeah.
stuff in other countries.
if
I can't support.
I
that.
don't think the problem with my daughter would be she wish her dad was here. She probably wouldn't be able to date though. She cause think about the
Nigga.
think about the influence you
We off your $1 billion
No,
deal,
no,
nigga.
think
You
about
know,
it.
we know you going to
Think
jail.
about
We
the-
off your $1
think
billion
about the influence you
deal.
give your daughter. Like she gonna look for a nigga like my dad went to jail for life. For me, what you willing to do? Like, ain't no nigga gonna come close to that standard. Huh?
No.
What?
You don't think that these niggas
You know
that's
how
going
many
to jail
niggas- I was gonna say, you
because
know how
they in
many
there
people
selling
got-
drugs and they ain't told their daughters that I did this for you?
You know how many niggas
Selling
or people
drugs
got
ain't-
daddies in jail and that didn't happen? They didn't think that?
No, but I'm saying if you got 100 mil liquid and you know it's because of a decision I made and a sacrifice I made, I think you would look at it differently. It's different than selling drugs. You ain't got shit. You
It's
ain't
not
got nothing under
about,
the pillow.
but it ain't even necessarily about how she feels about you, though. It's just about not
How she-
having access
a
to my
man,
daddy. Like,
and
my
not
daddy's in
understanding-
jail.
Mm.
My daddy's in jail. And you know, prisons, you can't just visit every day. You can't even call
And
every day
then
for
she
real.
ain't got no
What
life
about
if
you?
she do.
Yeah, what's your 100
Because
million?
I've been wondering.
This is probably a few things.
I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Let me think. $100 million today. I couldn't be a coon.
Mm.
On God, I couldn't.
That might be the one though. For
You can't be a
like,
coon
I think that's
for
a-
100 mil?
Nope. A habitual coon?
Man,
What about a
call
bill?
me Stephen A. Smith. Fuck you talking
They
about?
give you $1 billion, you not a coon.
But
No.
okay,
Call me-
what qualifies somebody?
Call me
as a
LaDamian
coon?
Thomason. You seen his
No, what did LaDamian Thomason? This I like LT.
Like, you see how Nikki moving?
Huh?
How Nikki
look
moving?
up LaDamian Thomason.
They couldn't
what's his
pay
name
you $1
speech?
billion to make you do that.
No.
What is it?
Mm-mm.
Hall of Fame speech.
Couldn't do it.
Nigga said LaDamian. He said Thomason.
Jay, could
Who's
you
the
be a
name?
coon for $100 million?
Hell yeah.
That's why I said call me Stephen A. Smith.
Oh,
Alice,
Alice, could you be a coon for $100 million?
A coon? What's a coon though?
But that's why I said, what is the quality?
Shut the fuck up. Y'all know what a coon is. Y'all better piss
That's
me
why
off.
I
Don't do
said
that.
a habitual coon. Like,
Hands up.
so I think that, like,
I probably couldn't be a coon.
so for example, you know how Chrisette Michele when sang the national or whatever she's saying at
The
Trump.
national anthem at Trump.
That was what you call a coon decision.
I'm about to say
But I
one-time
don't
coon.
think that necessarily makes her a habitual coon.
Well, what about like Snoop and
So-
them that's doing shit like that?
Thank you.
I
Coon
think that
decisions.
those are coon decisions. Do I think that
They not
Snoop is a
marketing
habitual
it.
coon?
Fuck no.
I can't say that.
I don't
Hell
know.
no. He
But
probably get that money for his family.
I think that
That's
he
still
is
the point.
So go ahead.
Someone he probably get that money for his family.
No, but
That's
the Jamila.
She's
point-
saying because he's done different things to be associated
kinda
with the
counter-
coon,
it
but
kinda
he
counters
hasn't
it.
marketed the coon and stood by the
I would
coon.
make
and-
coon decisions to be for $100 billion for sure.
I'm just so
What
you know
is
what I
a
mean?
coon decision though?
Like-
I'm trying
like
to-
you
Like
said.
Chrisette Michele singing the national anthem at Trump's
Snoop Dogg.
inauguration. Snoop performing at the Trump thing.
In the midst of all
Nelly
of
and them.
So are all coon decisions political?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because I think coonery,
Nigga, I would go speak at a.
because
What? NRA
your
convention?
because in
You
which
do got a gun.
the confines of America, your blackness is political, right? And what you do with your blackness is political, whether you are trying for it to be or not. And I think that there is a responsibility of someone who is black and has a platform, whether you want it or not, there is a responsibility there. And what you do with it is on you. Now, there are some people that because it's such a responsibility, they're not going to do nothing. And I respect that. I respect
I think
it.
that's why. And I think that's why. And when we talk about and this is a real conversation, kinda right. when we talk about
Patriotism.
patriarchy.
What you talking
Oh no,
about?
not patriarchy, but
Patriotism?
no,
All right.
money,
Capitalism.
capitalism.
I was about to say,
And I
I'm
think this is
finding
why
it.
I think this is why it's a problem, because what I'm about to say, for me, I understand that my blackness is way bigger than me, but I also think that my family is bigger than all of that. And I feel like that's the problem when it comes to capitalism, and I can see that because I would make a decision for the betterment of my family.
Here's why I wouldn't.
This is a tough conversation.
That's
I
why I
don't-
said, but I understand the problem in that. And that's
The
why I
thing
acknowledge
is,
that. I understand
the reason why
problem.
I say I wouldn't is because, number one, I've always said that like my successfulness is not a dollar amount, right?
Mhm.
I feel like I'm successful right now. I'm in no way, shape, or form rich.
No, you got
I don't. Okay, I'm in no way, shape, or form rich. I'm successful because I'm doing what I want to do, and I feel like I am being able to be myself. I have a level of advocacy that I continue to fight for. I am able to entertain. I'm successful. Do I want to continue to do more? Absolutely. Does that come with more money? For sure. I would like more money because I would like to be more financially stable. I don't need $100 million to be successful.
Facts.
And I don't need $100 million to be impactful. I think the most impactful people that we've had were not the wealthiest. And I think oftentimes the more wealth you come across, the less impactful you are because of what you had to do for that wealth.
Well, Erica said, if your knowledge was your worth, it would be well earned.
Wait a minute.
Can I ask you?
Hold on. Is influence what you can see, or because I would disagree.
I
Is
said
this Louis
impact.
Vuitton? This is nice.
No, it's not.
I said
Speaking
impact.
of money,
Because when I think of impact, it's like the impact that you don't see, but you're conditioned to live by, I think has a very strong implication.
so we talking about impact.
Mhm.
Maybe I like to think outside the box. If I get $100 million for making a cool decision, nigga, I can fund the nigga that probably know more than me and that's willing to go further than me in the black community. And if that's nigga, that's equal.
The
Fuck you
thing-
talk about.
But okay, so here's the thing. That's a grift, right? So if we're talking about that, we can talk about that. That's a strategy, right? That's what I'm talking about, though, right? I'm not talking
But is
about.
that not? Can't you do that?
But that's what I'm saying.
But that's strategic. Like,
Right.
That's calculated. If
That's
that's
exactly.
your intention from the
Then
beginning,
that's not the
then
same
that's
thing.
like a Trojan horse.
Oh, but that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying.
Then
Let's
that's
make
a
it
Trojan
work.
horse.
But that's what I'm talking. I'm
That's-
talking about.
Okay, and
Then that's why I said a habitual coon.
Okay.
I'm not about to be a sellout so that me and mine can make more money.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
No.
yeah.
So
Nah,
you
for
can
sure.
you'll do a coon decision.
She said she wouldn't do that. I would make
Hold
a cool
on,
said
decision.
she wanna be a
hold on. She might be
habitual
changing
coon.
her mind. Relax.
Oh.
I think that if I could use it to grift, possibly.
If
The
you
only
can't-
reason I say probably not is because I haven't really seen that been done successfully.
Okay.
And so I don't really know how impactful that will be because you still do the coon decision
Yeah.
and you're still viewed as a coon, right? Remember, everyone thought Kanye had this grand plan. What,
The hat.
you know what I mean? No, it's really because really he even if the nigga did something today, it does not erase all the things that you've done prior to, right? And so that's why I'm like, I don't really know how.
Yeah, I don't. Only reason I say I'm saying I don't know, only because like
That's tough.
character is.
But I do think that that's a great strategy that we should do more of. You want to know why I know that's a great strategy? Because it worked on us.
You know what I think I would do?
Show worked on the Black Panther Party.
If they told me
That's how they got the nigga killed, right?
Brockhampton.
Yeah.
Several niggas killed.
I don't think
That
that I
shit
would
crazy.
I would do it for money. I think I would do something for like if I got to decide what what is the word?
Whatever you got to decide, money can get it.
nigga, let her get it out.
If I could decide my son to be good for the rest of his life, $100 million do it.
No, that's not what I was say. I was gonna say, damn, what the word is evading me.
What,
Not
describe it.
retribution. Y'all know what I'm getting at. Come on, my black people.
You telling me get out?
I'm
100
40 acres and in a mule.
You get nigga $100 million can help.
Damn,
So
now
what is
we
it?
can't
No,
get
no.
to the word.
What is the word?
You talking about the Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
Everybody
reparations.
just reparations.
There you go,
There we go.
Yes,
Okay,
reparations.
Jay.
If I could make the
He said,
decision
"Hold on, everybody, I
on
got
what
this."
reparations is in the whole country, if I could make the decision for every single person, I'm like, they get this, they get this, they get snatched, they get that. If I could do that,
Nigga, you get $1 billion.
no,
You
shut
do
the
what?
fuck
You
up.
can
That's
help.
not what I'm saying. I don't want the billion. I don't want to
What
do
would
it
you
for
do?
everybody. I would what?
Be a coon for that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm saying whatever is asked of me, I could do that. Just to get, for the community, for the world, to even the score, I would do that. That's the one thing that I would swap out.
That $1 billion can put a
She
dent in
said,
a
"What's
little bit.
your number one request? What's your wish? World peace." I wish for
I
world
don't even know
peace.
if that wouldn't even make
good.
world peace, because to be honest, the
That's
white
good.
people's gonna be mad at me.
That's good.
Amen. Say
Man,
amen.
that was good, man. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. How long we been recording? At least 3.
We ain't even hit that nary topic, did we?
Whatever topics we had,
we
we
hit
could
every
try
topic.
to.
We did.
I don't care. We
We did every
try to.
topic.
Hey, we don't got
Period.
with Super Bowl Sunday.
Because
we
we,
get-
we,
I don't care where we at.
He
We
told me
hit
some
every
Super Bowl
topic.
Sunday.
No, I'm saying we got time.
I want to go watch the game.
No, so we got time. I'm
No,
sorry,
we
y'all
did
want-
it.
Well,
every
I want to
topic.
eat.
Okay.
What y'all had anything
I
else?
do want to eat.
We might think of clips. I mean,
What do you got from the Super Bowl tonight?
I'm talking about that shit.
What's the plans? Be outside.
We ain't talking about that shit. We can't post that.
We can't.
We can't post where we gonna be at.
We can't
cares?
post predictions.
Oh, we can. Yeah, that's. I mean, but it's gonna be dropping after.
You can
You
drop it right
know.
now. You can cut it.
Yeah, Mr. We ain't got nowhere to go until the Super Bowl. You got
Because
2
then you
hours.
can like show what actually happened. Like I predict it's gonna happen, then you show what actually happened, then boom.
All right, what you think, Jay? Who gonna win?
I mean, I got the Seahawks. I think they about to whoop the Patriots' ass.
I
Tom
don't
Brady's
like
not
the
here no more.
Patriots for their name alone. And you know I don't know nothing about football, but I do not like American nationalism.
Yeah, I think the
You are
Seahawks gonna
black
win.
and black,
And so
bro.
all right, let me ask you this then.
I know.
Do you want the Seahawks to win?
Yeah, I do.
Who
Wow.
on the Seahawks? What
Wow.
names?
Sam Darnold.
Sam, do you over rooting for the?
So basically, bro, Sam Darnold
It's come
about
up.
to go sports. Yeah, bro, like they.
He black?
They,
No, he
no,
white.
he white.
Okay.
But he has
But-
a unique come up.
They thought he was trapped. He was a number 3
He gotta
overall
be
pick
black
out
to
of
get my
college.
vote. Look.
So you're not.
My
so-
daddy always said go for the
So-
black
so you-
quarterback.
Sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's
No,
black.
Stephon-
Ain't no black
Stephon
quarterbacks in
Diggs?
this one, is it?
No black quarterbacks?
You're not going for Stephon Diggs?
Y'all not even
It's no-
listening.
it's
to
I
me.
like Stephon
Hello,
Diggs,
men,
but I like
men,
that.
men.
Hello, are there any black quarterbacks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the next best position?
Stephon Diggs,
Diggs.
in my opinion.
Type shit. So we going for him.
He's
There's
on the
also
Patriots,
black people
baby.
that play
Oh
for
shit.
Smith and Jigba.
A
But he
dilemma.
from around the way. I mean, Stephon Diggs from around
The
the way.
not the whites, but the
See,
black
last year
whites.
it was easy. I went for the blackest team, which was Philadelphia, and then we won, didn't we? Yes, I
Believe.
remember. His
The
fine
we is
ass.
crazy. She not even game.
You don't think so? I think Stephon Diggs has a pretty unique story. I think I would root for him.
I like his story too.
I don't.
I feel like, but his story, he was never casted as like. a
So y'all care about the
failure.
story for the sports. I thought y'all care about the.
In this game, 'cause
In this
it's
game.
not
Well, once
our
they get to the
team.
Super Bowl and it's not their team, it's
Yeah.
So now
who do
we
I
talking
root
about
for?
stories.
We just talking about anything.
Because
Ah,
realistically,
okay.
if Shador's team would have made it, his story, they would have been rooting for Shador
Right,
because his
okay,
story is
okay.
I
great.
definitely would have been.
Although he
sure.
already came from riches to riches, but you
So
know.
because these are not your teams, we're going story based. We're going
Whatever you want to go, like whatever makes
okay.
you decide it. Like
Like you anti-patriots because of the name. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
And
then there's
I'm-
a black on the team. Well, there's several blacks on the team, I'm sure. But you're talking about the
The popular black, the known black.
But they have a great story too, though.
Yeah,
I'm
They were
rooting
4 and
for, I'm rooting for
12, 4
Cardi
and 13.
B.
Who you like?
shout out to Cardi B, bro.
I
a
do
winner.
have a prediction that Cardi B is going to make a appearance on the halftime show.
You think so?
I think so. I think it's a
I-
possibility.
Why
Even
not?
though-
With Bad
before-
Bunny, I like it like.
Yeah, that was a huge
Oh,
song.
but
It was
before
a huge
that,
song.
I
though,
like dollars. I like dollars.
I just want to say, I love Cardi B. I hope she don't never do no cool shit.
I
Nah,
love Cardi
for
B as
sure.
well.
Because some more stories, bro.
Yeah.
I seen her like out at Super Bowl weekend, bro, and she's just still just that girl around. If that don't,
Yeah.
if you don't want
I
to
love
salute a
her.
nigga, a bitch like a girl like that, bro,
A
you
nigga, a bitch
weird,
girl.
bro. Like, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, yo, Cardi is the everyday.
Yeah.
Or even when she talk about politics,
Mhm.
like she tries, bro. Like,
Yeah.
man, if you don't salute that, bro, you niggas.
I
is
enjoy
weird,
her
bro.
a lot.
I do
And she
too.
seems like just a ball of just joy and fun. Like, yeah, she's I like her a lot.
I think that's the definition. I don't know her again, so it's hard to say
Yeah.
the definition of genuine.
Yeah.
Not saying she's perfect, but
Yeah.
genuine isn't perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have your
Just
She's
real.
She's
She's
authentic.
She's
Very
authentic.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's authentically her
yeah.
for sure.
So it's like, man, shout out to her, man.
I do think that Benito is going to give us a very Puerto Rican down, but I also think that he's going to have a level of political statement considering all
sure.
the
I think
things
he has
going
to.
on.
He
For
has
sure.
to.
What's La Russell doing? What's,
He's like a pre-show type
yeah.
shit.
pre-show?
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about that. I'm so mad. Maybe if I would have asked him directly, he would have answered it, but I don't have the footage anyway. Do y'all? What's your take on La Russell signing to Rock Nation? Like,
You know
like
what's
what
crazy?
the fuck is going on?
I said, wow, this actually, I love that it happened in tandem with what our conversation was, because I think that was like, it was like, he got what he wanted. Because what was he talking about?
He did say that it's not
Yeah.
like independent isn't by yourself.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And specifically, like when he was talking, like on the panel, talking about how like the first time they didn't get it right, so I said no. So imagine telling Rock Nation, Jay-Z, right? These machines know, just to turn back and say yes. Clearly, he got what he wanted. And I think that that's the point of it. Look at how much leverage you have when you stay yourself. And he's already said it, like, I still have my master's,
But
guys.
clearly, like, it's so many people that hate this.
They're
like,
mad. And
they're
mad?
pissed
Are
because
they
they look
really?
at,
Oh.
yes.
Oh.
Because
I
they looked
didn't
at,
see it.
They were
mad?
like, you sold out.
yeah.
You shouldn't have
so
did
I'm assuming
it.
they look at LaRussell as this god of independence. So it's
Kinda
like,
like
when
Russ. Like,
you, yeah,
Russ
so it's like when you
yeah.
sign, it's like, how could you? And it's like, nigga, you can struggle on your own.
I was
nigga.
gonna
Like,
say,
I
And
need
not only that, the goal is never to just always have to do everything by yourself. That's
Yeah.
never the
Yeah.
goal.
And I think that it's two things. Number one, people don't
Okay, let's go.
understand the differences of like
Partnership
signings and things, right? They don't
They don't
understand all
the
the
business,
things.
like you said in the beginning.
And number two, the timing of the Epstein files. I think people they have a complete mistrust of elite politics and things like that. And this idea that Jay is mysteriously about to be like the main hit dog for the Epstein files, that's a conspiracy within itself. I think that those two things are playing, because that's the comments that I was seeing. They're like,
All right, we're going to leave. I do want to ask this though, because I'm a big fan of Jay, and I don't understand this this constant desire to see him fall.
To tear him
I
down.
don't either.
This shit is weird.
I don't either.
But I do want to ask, so because I did some research, light research, and it says that Jay met Beyonce at 18, not 16.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this 16 thing coming from?
Where
But even if
most
he was-
things come from.
Okay, all right, let me rewind that, because even if
Because she was in a relationship when she was 16.
Okay.
That's common knowledge.
all right,
She
let
literally went
me
to prom
rewind.
with
Let
the
me
nigga.
rewind, because he was 30 when she was 18. Now that is weird.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of weird.
That's weird.
Okay, but how do we feel about this Jay-Z and Beyonce thing? Can we not like Jay-Z because of that? Like,
So
do we look at the
here's the
times?
thing.
Does that matter? Is this like?
I
don't
think that as someone who is approaching 30 now, would I even think about dating someone at 18? Absolutely not. Do I think it's weird? Yes. Do I think that there's questionable things around it? Yes. However, I think that considering now, present day, how much are we really doing for the conversation when Jay-Z and Beyonce are still married and have been together 20-something years at this
okay.
point and have 3 kids? What is the point of the conversation? I think that sometimes we pinpoint a specific people because it's, spectacle, and you kind of missing the point of the conversation. A lot of the times the issue with grooming, the issue with dating people who are significantly younger than you is the power, the control. And I don't necessarily know if we can say the same thing about Jay-Z and Beyonce in this point in time, especially considering the power and control that Beyonce herself has.
We all heard Lemonade.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No power and control here.
Yeah.
she left that nigga. You know what I mean? And so I don't like using them as the end all be all conversation, because I think it would be a better conversation if they weren't married and had been together for all these years. And
Or even if she wasn't even like in an esteemed role.
Right.
Like if she was like a poor little girl trying to have a come up,
Right.
sure. But she wasn't trying to have
But
a
to
come
your
up. She was
point,
already the baddest
to
bitch.
your point though, I love that, and I wish more people can speak about that. Like, yeah, that was weird, but that doesn't say, like, I think people are multifaceted individuals, right? We're human, and like, we aren't perfect. So I do think we can look at Jay-Z and criticize him, but still love him in the same
I
regard.
would say I think the
I think
issue is that
that's okay.
people who are in those positions try to utilize their relationship to say like, well, Jay-Z and Beyonce can do it, and it's like, bitch, you're
Yeah.
not fucking Jay-Z or Beyonce.
Yeah.
And that's still, but even if it doesn't matter if you're not, that's still weird. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, it's
We're not
still
boosting
weird.
Jay-Z up because that's weird.
Yeah.
We still love Jay-Z, but that was weird, Jay. But you know what I'm saying?
I
So
also think that like realistically, I think at 18,
But
him
also,
looking at-
they did not get, just for clarity, they didn't get together
Yeah, they
until she
didn't
was
get-
about 21.
yeah.
So I think that, like, we got to tell the whole story.
Facts.
Yeah. But I think that even being 18, you can be 18 working at a strip club. It's niggas in the strip club looking at young bitches all the time. Like, them niggas 45, 50, 60 years old, they in the strip club looking at a 18-year-old. So I say that to say, like, at that time, at 18, not that time, just in life. At 18, you're legal. They are legal.
Which is still weird, though.
I agree that it's weird, but I think that it's not weird to look at a grown person and be attracted to them. I don't think that it's weird to... Now, do I think that it may be odd to have something in common with them and be like, I want to get to know you and date you? Maybe that's the odd part. But to me, attraction, if you grown, you grown. I'm looking at you like,
we started this conversation, but no, I don't like that. I think we started this conversation because, again, there's nothing wrong with being attracted. There's nothing wrong with thinking shit.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with none of
Right.
that.
But
the moment
y'all are not age mates.
Yeah, the moment you walk into that, bro, come on.
But that's why I said the attraction, initial attraction to me, that makes sense. Like, they're grown, you're grown. But when it comes, that's why I said I think the odd part is
you act on that, though, I'm not faulting nobody for thinking nothing.
Yeah.
And I'ma just say
because your brain is your brain.
Your brain is your brain. But the moment you act on it, bro, nah, bro. Like, and that's why. But again, that's why I'm saying.
And there also speaks to intention, because I think that, and I don't know Jay-Z, right? But I think you can tell a difference of an intention with how in which he, operated with Beyonce, with using, unfortunately, Diddy as a counterexample, because he met Cassie when she was about 18 as well, right? The intentionality is completely different because he never married her, right? He never helped support her. As a matter of fact, he did everything on the opposite, right? He controlled her. He made sure that she needed him in a dependency way, versus Beyonce is Beyonce, has always been Beyonce. And so much so that their relationship was not super public.
And even think of it as the fact that, like,
and
I didn't look at
there.
Yes. Even think of it as a fact of he didn't look at Beyonce to be like, oh, she needs me, I want to, but it's partnership. You know, the way you can say with the Diddy situation is like, oh no, you're beneath me. I'm gonna prime you to make you think I'm gonna pull you up, but I'm just gonna keep you needing me.
Yeah.
I think Jay looked at Beyonce like, this woman has a lot going for herself. This is amazing, and I want to partner with that.
Yeah.
As opposed to control that.
And he never, from my perspective, he never made or break her career. As a matter of fact, Beyonce was Beyonce damn near before Jay-Z was Jay-Z.
Yeah, he
because
even had the song, I got the baddest chick in the game, when like for
Hello?
sure.
He also quoted her shit in his songs, making it clear like, hey.
Like,
I'm on
so I was gonna say, and not to get, we gonna leave, but
No worries.
somebody I was on TikTok live, and somebody was like, you did the interview with Tank, bro. Like, I didn't even know. And it was like, yo, I feel bad for Tank. And talking about Tank the boxer. And I was saying, Javante Tank Davis. And I was like, you know, I gotta be careful with this conversation because people think we just like best friends or something like that. But
It's tough.
What I say is,
why they feel bad for him? Because
so
he's been having some.
I don't know nothing about that
he's
baby.
having a year.
Yeah, it's been tough.
He ain't been fighting or something?
Nah.
Just outside of the ring.
The wrong
personal
fights.
issues. Oh,
The wrong
Really?
fights.
I wouldn't know. I don't know nothing about you.
All right, never mind then.
This is Javante Davis?
Yeah, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
shit, I ain't even gonna
you
bring
can say
up.
it. I just wanted to know before you got into you.
So Javante is dealing with a lot of like domestic violence shit.
Oh,
He been hitting women?
Allegedly.
Well, that was, I'm about to say, I heard that years ago.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is people saying they feel bad for him. And when you brought up Diddy, and I don't agree with nothing Diddy did. I don't agree with nothing Tank did, right? But when I'm looking at it, it's not that I feel bad for him, but I feel bad that we have to learn, that they had to learn so late. So just because somebody is rich, don't mean that they don't have things to learn, and I can't empathize with them, right? So even when I think of Diddy, granted, is way further down the line. When you come into money early, I can see how you walk into the person of power, the position of power, right? So now you the youngest person in the family, but everybody call you big bro, right? So I can see how now it's hard to have learning experiences through other people because it's like,
You're the person that everybody's
right?
learning
And I'm not
from.
saying it should be like this, but I can understand it, right? And I do, when I look at myself, I see how fortunate I was to be able to make mistakes on a local level, even when I thought it was embarrassing, but it still was nothing compared to where they are, right? And that has molded me, and that has helped me grow into the man I am today. Because I've made mistakes. I'm never going to walk out there. But if my mistakes was on a level if I was Tank, right? Who knows what the world will have to say, right? Mm-hmm. So I do think I'm fortunate in that situation. So when I look at Tank, I'm like, man, I feel bad that he wasn't able to learn this early on because hitting the woman is wrong, right? But at the same time, it's like if you don't have men in your corner that can be able to challenge you or check you, right? Then you might not learn that, right? You might not be able to go through that. So when I say I feel bad for him, It's not that because he's in his position, because at the end of the day, you are a grown man. And we have to learn, if we have people around or not, that's just the life that we was given. It is what it is. And that is wrong. And as if I could be next to him as a friend, I would be one of them saying like, bro, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing that. You feel me? But I'm not, right? So when I look at it, I feel bad for almost the systemic position that we've been in the beginning, and that he wasn't able to learn earlier.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, it's not
unfortunate. Yeah.
Not justifying any of his
at
behavior.
all. Not at all.
But like, it's clear, even when you look at him, like the same reason why you love him, the same reason why you hate him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that aggression is what makes him a great boxer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's just like, he has talked about why. I mean, he said it with you.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, I didn't fight because I wanted to. I fought because I had to. You know. But then now it's like,
you don't have the control.
This is where we teeter the line, though.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. You wanted to say something?
I'm about to say, go ahead.
That's all fine and dandy, right? All of those things. Especially a grown man, you know that it's wrong to hit a woman, though.
oh yeah,
We're not so.
that's why I'm not justifying.
I'm saying that because I think that while we can give grace isn't just,
not acceptable.
Men know that hitting women is wrong, and I say that because you don't see a lot of men hitting women in public, right?
Touché.
You don't.
That's what I was about to go.
Lie to you.
And not only that, not only do you not see them hitting them in public, you also don't see them admitting that they did it.
So if it was really like I didn't know better, why you don't ever hit that lady in public then? Because to be fair, when it comes to disciplining children, although we can have our differences of opinions, a lot of people think hitting kids is fine. They'll pop that baby right in the middle of Walmart.
And they will tell you, call
Sit
police.
your ass down,
Call
right?
police if you want.
Why you ain't do that?
Call for you.
Why you ain't do that in the Walmart? Why you hit that lady in the courthouse like you did in the room?
So that's not. So again, I don't want. Let's not get this fucked up.
No, it's fine. I just needed to say that for the record.
What I'm about to say isn't no. It ain't no debate. You right. All I'm saying is, if we can look at people that come from poverty and we can understand the decisions that they make. That's all I'm saying.
I was gonna say this, like the conversation we had about the understanding the pedophile.
Right? Yeah. So
like
all I'm saying
mentality.
is, I understand I understand not having that knowledge and not having that self control. I've never gotten to a position where I'm like just beating on a chick. Like I definitely had tussles on. Like I'm never about to like stunt on anything. My thing is, when you know better, you do better, right? And again, I can speak for myself. I'm fortunate enough to be able to learn lessons in the absence of fame, so I can, get better and not be that person. So when I look at Tank, I'm looking at it like it's kind of like the downfall of fame. He doesn't have that luxury, right? It's
but
like,
the reality of it is, this isn't, and this is no shot at him, no shade to him. This isn't his first, second, or even third time with this accusation.
For sure, yeah.
So the thing is, it's kind of like, and it's been in public, and he's already been in court for stuff. I'm about to say so it's kind of like, yes, you didn't have the luxury, I guess, to learn it without the fame, right? But even when you did the first time, the second time, the third time, at some point, because it's constantly being dismissed or swept under the rug, or at what point?
And I think the fame is only. I don't think the fame has a part to play in this, because if he was broke, he probably still would have been hitting bitches. Only difference now is the world knows. Mm-hmm. So now you're dealt with the embarrassment of your mistakes.
And with that, you don't want to stop?
Sure.
I might say, yeah.
Okay, okay, sure. Yeah. We can talk about the embarrassment of being a public figure where all of your mistakes are put on the front street. Sure, absolutely. It's difficult to be a public figure and make mistakes. But when your mistakes are beating bitches up,
but that's
and if it happens one or two times, by then it's like by the time you get to shame. Because not only that, because then it's like that's your character. Yeah. Because not only has it been called out, it's on public and everybody knows, you're denying it, you quiet about it, and then you do it again.
And you beat niggas up for a living. You beat bitches and you beat niggas for a living.
Yeah. So I said that on a live. I'm like, yo, because at what point at some point we have to understand that you are what you consistently do, right? So I'm with you. Like I'm not, and that's why I say the second part of my conversation is, at the end of the day, you're a grown man. You had time to learn from this, right? It just, as somebody that knows his story, I do feel like some sort of like, damn man, I wish you ain't had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? But
listen, I feel the same way about knowing all the things that R. Kelly then went through. That he was molested heavily as a young boy. And guess what?
Yeah, and that's because I don't know. I never met R. Kelly. I'm not like tied to his story. I probably would feel a similar way. I don't feel that way towards R. Kelly because like the kids thing, I just think it's off limits. Like that's just off limits. But if I had some type of personal tie, I probably would feel bad. Like, bro, he been through a lot, and I almost wish you ain't go through that to get to this point. I just don't have that personal tie.
Yeah, you know him personally, cool. I don't, so I can say it.
No, and I,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I would never
Yeah.
like argue that at all because
Yeah. And the thing is,
Yeah.
like,
I'm with you.
I feel so strongly about domestic violence against women because it used to be legal. You know what I mean? Like, you used to could just beat that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was telling you to do that. Just like in Color Purple, beat that bitch ass. When you just try hitting her, beat her. You know, like that was a real thing.
That's disgusting.
And so present day, I think so many people are still kind of conditioned to feeling that way, even though it's socially not acceptable.
You saying this? You said that's disgusting. I just seen a thread. It was a post. This nigga said he was like,
Don't talk about Threads on here, man.
no. It wasn't just threads. I think it was a post, like a
Shit is
video.
weird
This
over
nigga
there.
literally was
Threads is
like,
Threads is weird over there.
it does
the
be
responses,
sometimes.
them niggas is crazy.
But listen, there was this guy, he had made a post and he was like, or maybe it was Facebook, and he basically was just like, he was like, y'all talking about the niggas is sassy these days or something. He was like, the only reason, he was like, y'all gonna, he was like, imagine what, he was like, oh, it was some shit. Oh, he was like, the reason why niggas is so sassy and they talking back is because they can't beat your ass like we used to.
Weird.
And
Yo,
I was like, whoa,
so
what?
I want to joke, right? But I mean, I've said this in public before. I want to joke, but it's not a joke. You know what I fucking hate though?
And it's like he
Bruh.
wanted so much attention.
know-
You're probably a bitch in real life.
The
You know
thing
what
is, you was a bitch, then you a bitch
But
now.
speaking
Them
of,
niggas,
speaking
all
of
them is
domestic
bitches.
violence, though, you know what I fucking hate though?
Wait a
What?
minute.
You know what I hate, bro?
Mm.
I hate when you get in a little tussle with a girl and she be like, he put his hands on me. Bitch, I fucking hate that. Like, you get on my fucking nerves.
Well, what is the tussle?
You know, like, y'all might, he probably trying to
I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm dead.
Here
I don't know.
go.
No, listen. Let me be clear.
Live.
I was raised by my daddy. I don't put my hands on no
Oh
man.
my, okay, good.
Yeah.
Like sometimes girls want to get the cuss you out. They want to put their hands on you. You grab them. Now you grab them all of a sudden. Oh my God, he put his hand. It's like you finesser. That's what it is.
So you saying they swing on you?
Yeah, you could swing with like yeah.
Why are you pointing at me, Alex?
Because
You over there with a Kerry Washington smile, trying to figure out what's going
Because
on.
I ain't never
I
no
just
physical
feel
altercation with no
like-
man.
I hate when that he put his. You know damn well I ain't fucking hit you. Cause if I hit you, I would knock your dumb ass the fuck out, get you a black eye and everything.
Allegedly.
Or you get a little touch, you might scratch your nail. It's like, oh
Allegedly.
my.
Anyways,
It's a difference between.
okay, for sure.
Between
That's all
smacking
I'm
a hoe
saying.
But we
and
weren't
grabbing
talking about that, was
I know.
we?
I just wanted to put that out there because that's a thing. That's a real thing.
a little tussle,
okay.
and then they say that you a woman beater.
It's like, bitch,
Or you push somebody.
come on.
You know, I'm not denying that happens. That's just not what the hell I was talking about. So I wanted to keep my foot on niggas' necks who beat bitches. And for a nigga who beat niggas up for a living to beat a bitch, nigga, you really need to get your ass whooped because you could have killed that lady.
Ain't nobody
On
whooping.
God, I
Allegedly.
always say.
Facts.
Allegedly.
No, you right. Oh yeah.
No.
This fella, a hood story since we here. You know that it's not true. I don't know, but y'all probably never thought about it. You probably heard about this because you
What?
you used to like boxes. You used
Oh.
to like boxes. Did you know?
Wow, Jay.
I'm saying used to. Y'all, did you know that like the myth was boxes, their hands was
Registered.
Registered.
That
Yeah.
shit is not.
Yeah.
It's not true at all.
It's
They
not
whoop
true.
your ass.
And if it was true, them
It's a
niggas in
weapon.
high school was not registered for shit. Like
Okay.
they was never talking about your ass. Like fuck out of here.
I used to know a girl growing up who used to be like, she was like, I don't get in the fights with my hands is registered.
They love to say that shit. Like, girl, shut the fuck
I
up.
will beat the shit out you.
But no, seriously, I just always felt like if
How
a
did you
nigga
find
like
this
Mike
out?
Tyson hit me, I'm dead. One hit. You know what I mean? So I'm very passionate about that.
Well,
I would die.
Tank is small.
That nigga could kill me. One hit.
Yeah, let's
Swear in my fucking right here, I'm gone.
no for real though.
That little
nigga
ass
fraud. That
muscle.
nigga killed me.
That no, for real, like
Hold up.
you.
She
people
said, no, I
under-
said that because she
Yeah.
said Mike Tyson.
Pause.
Mind you,
wasn't
they be
hard, but I'm
mind you,
saying,
they
like-
be
No,
boxing
Jay
with
swear can't
gloves.
nobody whoop him
No,
though.
No, I can
no,
lose a
no.
fight, but I'm just
He's
not about
crazy.
to be
You are underestimating how hard people these niggas can hit.
No.
He
Let's not get fucked
understands.
up. No.
Jay just saying, I'm not saying that shit. I'm not
That nigga could kill you
No,
one
Tank
hit.
is a I mean, but he's 135,
Bro.
Like,
So what? That fist ain't 135. They hit what
anybody hit you in the wrong position, they can kill you, bro. Anybody.
That's my point.
That's what
Why
I'm
are we
trying
having
to
this
say.
conversation then?
I said that because she said Mike
Nigga.
Tyson and I said Tank is little.
Mind
That's
you,
I'm like,
them niggas be
Mike
boxing with
Tyson
gloves
definitely-
and shit, right? Those
Mike
gloves
Tyson.
are a little
Mike
bit of
Tyson is
protection,
probably a little
and
different.
you bare bone.
Lennox Lewis, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Muhammad Ali is a little different.
All right. Tyson Fury, a little different.
Let's set it up.
Let's get a little Deontay Wilder in the conversation.
I don't know none of these niggas.
No, he hit hard.
Except
He
for
might
the main
can't
niggas.
fight, but he can hit hard.
No,
But I
for
was
sure.
watching Clarissa Shields beat that box up. I said, God damn. I seen her doing pull-ups hanging off a goddamn thing. I said, my God.
That's why I always, you know.
She was hanging on a bag like this, and she was like, yeah. I said, oh God. Yo, she would beat the fuck out. She would kill me.
That's why you got to carry a knife, baby. Just be
I
prepared.
don't got to carry nothing because I don't get into fights.
Now, this was
We
good,
ain't
though.
fighting.
Hey, I think I love this.
Great episode.
I think
Y'all
we
don't
have
like
a-
Clarissa Shields? What was that about?
Yeah, I love Clarissa. She's fire. She's a great boxer.
Why did you back away from the mic? You think I didn't see that?
What you talking
I said, no
about?
comment. And backed away.
I ain't say that.
I see everything.
No, I said
See
I think
everything.
we working on this Pat Poose interview.
Oh, I ain't saying nothing bad about Clarissa.
Somebody we ain't saying nothing.
I'm saying the bitch is cold. I'm saying the bitch. No.
I'm
Can I
joking.
just say that I really feel like people really be dragging Clarissa? Like I feel like they are really mean to
All
her.
right, that's enough PR right
Right.
now.
I'm
Don't-
dead ass.
I believe you.
Nah,
Don't
no,
get the
no,
sucker around.
I swear to God.
She
I
does
love
a lot
the
to
fire
herself.
inside.
I literally tweeted this not so. I'm like, I feel like
But
y'all
she does a lot to
kinda,
herself, though.
Yeah, but I feel like the way in people, I feel like
Settle
the
down,
way
Booker.
in which I feel like the way in which people do her is
No,
like
that's true.
it's dragging, and I'm
It
like,
is. That's because the motherfuckers be bullying. But you know what I'm going to say?
yeah,
Colorism.
that's always a part of it for
Yep,
sure.
that's how I feel.
1% better, man. Episode 48. This is good. First 48.
Pop upstairs though, him upstairs. I do like that. I say that all the time. Pap, you upstairs. Pop upstairs. I'm downstairs. Pap upstairs.
All right, man. We out. Is it wrap? We gone?
We out.
How long was that, man?
Alex said,
20.